Finding those levels, too. Look at that four-punch combination.
It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. Right hand, and Shakur meets him with straight left hand.
Oh, and there's a knockdown score with the left hand.
Right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother, Just Due.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Just Do shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Just Do boxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Just Do. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. "4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
The truth will tell on your ass what you doing or what you're not doing every single time. You can lie, you can bullshit and all that, but when that bell ring, if you ain't put that work in, it's gonna show, bro. It's gonna show. Not to mention y'all in a sport that can cost you your life. Literally, you can die in this shit. So if that's the case, man, if you gonna do this, don't bullshit with it. If you don't really want it, say to yourself, keep it real with yourself. I really don't want this shit. I can't put the work in that it requires. Walk away. Ain't nobody mad at you. Go out there, you're young enough, you go get educated, get a skill, do something, man. But don't play with this, man. People you can get killed in this shit, man.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the family. We are back on this good Tuesday, man. The Get Boxing is Just Do how we always do, man. Y'all already know. If you're new in the building, make sure you hit the like button, sub to the channel, hit that bell icon, like the video, share the live, man. We're going to talk about it today, man. We got the Bash brothers up at bat again today, man. Two of boxing's most hated. The Bash brothers is back pissing the boxing community off one interview at a time. Man, we're going to talk about it, man. How many times could you overcook a topic, man, or a fight that just ain't going to happen right now, man? I can't. I never thought that, in 2026, this would be one of the fights that's in demand. You know what I'm saying? But something not adding up to me, family. Something not adding up, y'all. Like, I thought this, one was a scary runner that don't sell tickets, and the other guy is just a clout chasing dude that, you know, overweight guy that, you know, messed up his opportunity. He ain't focused, right? Like I thought that's what was going on, bro. I thought that's what it was. Like I thought, you know, I'm thinking maybe these guys ain't no good. But I don't know, man. I never seen a fight be in demand for guys that people don't like, don't want to see fight or none of that. Like I'm confused, man. I'm trying to tell you something, man. I'm confused, y'all. I don't know what's going on. You did, but we gonna talk about it. The like button, like I said, I don't know what side y'all on. If y'all vertical, double tap that screen. Support the channel. We gonna build on it. We gonna talk about it. Like I said, man, you got people that either you get it or you don't at this point. It ain't really that much to explain. You know, I really got questions for people. But let me say what's up to the fam before we keep going. Zoom verse, my dog, what's good, Brody? Blunt Sports, my brother. DP, what's good with the family? How you feeling? Dante's Boxing Talk, my guy. JP is in the building, my guy. What it do, man? Cal Cooler said the grins that steals every ninja's mama's head. Big Tex, what it do, my guy? Shout out to everybody, man. If they're like, man, let's roll, man. Let's talk about it. So, you know, I guess the other day Shakur did an interview with a platform. I think it's called The Art of Dialogue or something like that. And, you know, I guess the question came up again for the umpteenth time. I don't know how many times they've been asked this question, but they've been asked, you know, they asked Corey about a fight with Keyshawn Davis, and he went to explaining, you know, nah, he won't fight him. You know what I'm saying? He said, give him 500 million. He said, give him 500 million. Y'all want to see a fight so bad. Pay your fare. You get me? Pay your fare. You feel me, y'all? Pay your fare. Comb your hair. You know what I mean? Core like, hey, man, get that fiber. Back up the Brent's truck. You did? Back up the Brent's truck, man. Y'all ain't talking about nothing with it. Show me the money. Of course. Course said y'all want to see us fight. Show me the money then. And you know, but you know, I see people complaining, pushing these false narratives all over the place. But we here to shoot them down because we ain't trying to hear none of that shit. No, all this complaining, all this, what they say, quit your belly aching, man, all this whining over nothing. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't be caring who these dudes be on Twitter. It ain't never personal, but, you know, when you push a false narrative, I go right at the narrative. Damon was good with it, my guy. So, you know, we going to get to the clip in a second, man, where he talked about this. There's two little clips where he was talking, man. I didn't even listen to neither one of them. I just waited till I got here, y'all. So we're going to watch it at the same time in real time. But I've said this time and time before, man. I don't know how many ways you could explain it. Some shit just bigger than money. Some shit deeper than money. From a principle standpoint, morals, like, right? You get me? When you break a certain kind of bread with somebody, you get me? You see somebody at their lowest point, right? You with somebody from the ground up. When you one of the reasons why a guy is, you know, got his career locked in the way it is, you ain't trying to be the one to fight him. You get me? And it's just that simple. I said this before, man. I don't know why people can't understand it. Frequent was good with it, my guy. If they were each other's biggest fight, I can understand people rumbling and complaining, right? If this was like the only way to success is through each other, then by all means, I would get it. But this ain't the first time in boxing that two people that say they cool haven't fought, man. It just is being highly publicized and talked about. And let's just call it what it is, simply because people want to see one of these dudes lose, right? They feel like it's a win-win situation, man. Not one of these guys, they got to knock each other off. They can't both be the best, because the reality of it is they got a lot of similarities, and I don't think people like that much, right? Without them fighting each other, right? They both silver medalists, right? Both came through the top rank stable, right? Both was world champions with like 13 fights. Got a lot of similarities, bro. And you know, for regardless of what the typical boxing hater will tell you, these dudes been proving it, man. With every opportunity that Keyshawn has had inside the boxing ring, he stood on business 10 toes down, and He's never had a fight where he was about to lose or struggled or any of this. And he never fought a guy with a losing record, very similar to Shakur as well. So they got, some similarities in the way they came up and, the pedigree coming through the Olympic ranks and different things like that. And they've been on record for vouching for each other on numerous occasions, countless occasions, but they've also explained a countless amount of times as to why they won't fight each other. And to me, it's really not that big a deal, man, like I said before, because that's only one person. You get what I'm saying? This guy in this Twitter post, he just exaggerated. Say the ninja's super corny. This ninja is not your brother. Ninja, damn, three N-bombs in one sentence is crazy. Vocabulary gotta chill. Y'all are friends. Y'all don't have the same mom or dad. This ninja got 2 other brothers. You got like 6. Y'all ninjas, shut that soft up and get in the ring. Nobody care about the fake brother shit. See, correction. You might not, whoever this young lad is, you might not care about the fake brother shit. It might be fake to you because you don't understand how they rock with each other. So you can't wrap your head around why these 2 dudes don't want to punch each other in the face. But I got a series of clips I'm gonna play throughout this show, man, that it should put it all to bed. I mean, if you can't understand it after that, I mean, you just an idiot. You just asking for you just complaining just to be complaining. And let me find out, like, why we want to see this fight. Is this a good fight after all? Because if it's a good fight, that means the fighters are good fighters. Like, it got to be a reason people are demanding this past wanting to see one guy lose, huh? Why you want to see a Shakur Stevenson face a Keyshawn Davis? Why is that even an interesting fight? Because they cold, both of them. I don't care who you pick. I don't care who you think gonna win. I don't care who you think got the edge. It's all good. It's boxing. But y'all know y'all want to see them dudes mix it up because they both nice. You know it, and you want to see which one better out of the 2. You like, is it Keyshawn? Keyshawn got that. You know what I'm saying? I heard people say he got that bug, that bug got, right? That mean streak. Right, Core a little too nice. He's safe. He defensive, man. That'd be a good style clash. I get it. It would. It'd be a good ass fight. I get it, bro. I get it. I would love it. I'd be right there supporting if they fought, right? But they've stated on numerous occasions, like I said, throughout the years, that they pretty much made it make sense. And I don't know, man. Either you get it or you don't. Like I said, it's tough to try to get somebody to understand it, right? You've been in situations in life where you see people where you wouldn't want to, have to do something to them. You know what I mean? It's just certain people you just don't want to put hands on. And like I said, I don't even know we'd get the best fight possible, being that you would have 2 guys that's kind of reluctant to fight each other. You get what I'm saying? So for me, it's not, like I said, it's just not that big a deal. They're not in each other's way. They're not stopping each other from being great. Despite what the typical hater will tell you, the business of boxing hasn't even discussed putting this fight together. Never mind what they're saying publicly. They just standing on their square and they making it clear. Like, look, that's not who I'm fighting. And on the other side, I'm not fighting Core, Key. Like, I ain't fighting Core like I ain't fighting Key. It's just, it is what it is. And it's a mutual thing. And I think they got a bond that's deeper than boxing. You know what I mean? They probably form their bond through boxing. But at the same token, they just made up that they minds like, nah, man, you get me? He seen Key at a point that was very low, man. And sometimes you see a different side of somebody, different shit. You see somebody at their lowest. You're not trying to be the one to get in the way of nothing they got going on. You're not trying to stop what they're doing. See, the business of boxing to have you thinking that you can't coexist and y'all both can't succeed without fighting each other. But that's just garbage, because not so long ago, they was just trashing both of y'all. Still to this day, they trash both of them. So I'm still trying to wrap my head around as to how or why, should I say, that people want to see these trash dudes get in the ring. What I want to know. Shout out to Jay Grant. What's good with it? Boxing Dad in the building. Levon down. Gaither. What's good, homie? How you feeling? Broly, what it do? That's me. Is in the building, man. Said that dude. Oh, he said that dude part of the knee pad boys. Is he? Rob, what it do, homie? I wouldn't be surprised, Jay. I'll take your word for it, bro. I'll take it. I'll take your word for it. But look, like I said, we're gonna get to the clips, because this guy, saying he got 6 brothers. I want to know who these 6 brothers is, like, that's in boxing, because again, it takes nothing to do a simple research or do your Googles or your YouTube search. I don't know what it is that y'all do to get y'all boxing information, but you know, he's made it very clear. There is one guy in boxing that he won't fight. He said it. There's one guy. It's Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn Davis also said there is one guy that he won't fight. And that guy is who? Shakur Stevenson. So it's like it's a mutual understanding, agreement. It's just they don't want to put hands on each other. You know what I'm saying? But what they want to do, I told y'all before, man, what people need to do is look at them as targets. Now y'all got 2 people that y'all could beat up on. They don't want to fight each other, so won't y'all go want somebody go beat up Keith, want somebody go beat up Core or something. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's it. That's all. Somebody got to go take their shit. Straight like that. But we're going to get to this, man. We're gonna play this. We're going to get to it. Let's get to this, man. So we want to know the best from 35 and 40. Only be one. Yeah, but you know what? I think guys are past trying to like satisfy just specific fan bases. I think people are past trying to make moves just to, you know what I mean? Just because somebody said it. Because the truth be told, the fight ain't in demand. They not in each other's way. The people that the powers that be, you know, with Keyshawn being over there with Top Rank, you don't hear Bob Arum trying to put him in the ring with Shakur Stevenson. So never mind whether we want it or not, they gotta be willing to do it as well, right? The fighters and the powers that be, the business of boxing, gotta want to see something like that. And I just don't think there's no demand for it, right? It's just a conversation online. And like I said, it usually is backed by a lot of hate. I've never seen two more hated fighters where people want to see them fight each other that bad. You get what I'm saying? So all it is at the end of the day, like, I don't have an issue, but it's like when you say somebody fake, you gotta make it make sense. You know what I mean? You got blood that you know you ain't as close with, right? You got people that you ain't known, that you knew for far less time, right? That you rock with more than you do some people that might share the same blood as you, right? So I guess in their situation, it's simple, where blood wouldn't make them no closer. They rock with each other through boxing, outside of boxing. That shit is deeper than that, man. And I guess in the meantime, for me, they gonna keep doing what they doing, winning. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't like his shit, somebody should go beat one of their asses. I'm gonna keep saying it, go beat them up. ASAP, Low Dog, what it do? Shout out to the plug at the boxing said they like Shakur and Keyshawn on the low, Dub. You know it, on the low. So you got the one belt per weight class. I don't think we'll ever know who the best is. Just saying, yeah, you know what? It's tough though. It's tough, man. Because sometimes it's like the belt, it seems like it should dictate or be some type of indicator of who the best is. But I think for me, I just expect fighters. What I expect is them to make the best moves possible for themselves each time out, you know? And I think as long as you keep solidifying yourself, like Cord moving in the right direction, right? He couldn't have got no opportunity. I don't think that was realistically bigger than T.O. that made more sense, right? So I feel like as long as you working your way in that direction, you good. Earl was good with it, fam. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nah, they won't say that shit to their face. All they do is sit up online. I watch people hate on this kid, this young man, every single day for no reason at all. Just wake up and just hate. It's the weirdest thing you could ever see. But let's get to these clips, man. Let's get to the clip that's in the picture here where Buddy was losing his mind. Let's get into it, man.
Shakur Stevenson, man. Happy to have you on the platform, man. Big fight coming up. I heard you was the one that wanted to fight, right?
Yeah. I actually set this fight up, and I honestly did it because I wanted to push myself. I know that Tio is a tremendous fighter. I know he's on an extremely high level, and I feel like Well, I know that I can beat him, but I know that this should be a tough set, so I'm ready.
Who were some of the other options you had?
Lamar Roach. Lamar Roach.
That would have been a real good fight, man. But I mean, Tio, he's a bigger name though, so I see why you went with him.
Yeah, bigger name, and also he got the more accolades. He's been undisputed before. He's on won belts at 35, won belts at
Samuel,
30,
what it do,
at
homie?
40. So he's more accomplished. So I know that would be a better name on my resume.
Yeah, a lot of people saying that this is gonna be a tough fight for you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they absolutely right to have their opinion. I already know this guy's good. I done came up in the amateurs with him. I chose this for that reason. Like I chose this because I wanted to challenge myself. I wanted to put myself in a situation to where I'm able to raise my game up to another level. So that was my whole purpose.
Do you feel like you got to be real dominant in this fight? Because I mean, Tio, he from New York, and you having a fight in New York, and the judges, man, you never know, yo.
He not from New York, but he not from New York. He not from New York.
He was
He
never
probably was
undisputed
born
to
in New
me.
York, but like being from New York is like I'm raised and I'm brought up in New York, and I knew him for years and years, and I always seen him out of Florida. Like that's where he was out of, Florida. So I don't look at him like a fighter that's from New York. So, but do I gotta be dominant? I think every fight that I set up, I want to be dominant.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
got
care
beat
who in
his
front of
ass,
me. I
Core.
want to dominate. I want to beat you to where judges don't feel like they can rob me. So I always got that feeling. I always got that chip on my shoulder.
Right.
If you do win this fight, what do you think it does for your career?
I think it put me top 5 pound for pound. I think it puts me like one of the best fighters in my era. Um, I think it just established that I'm that guy. Like, I be one of the 4 kings that they call the 4 kings, and it also depends on the fashion that I do it. So it's gonna be
Emmanuel,
interesting.
what's good, homie?
But what be going on with this Tio dude though, man? I be seeing these videos online of him making racist comments. You be seeing that, man?
I think he's an attention seeker. So even with the racist comments, even with the homo stuff that he was doing, I think he's just a big attention seeker. He gonna do anything to get attention on him, and I think it's gonna backfire come January 31st.
And I heard you say that you and Floyd spoke about this fight.
No, I ain't really asked him advice about the fight. When I talk to him, we talk about different things, but he just was telling me that I should be the A side in the fight. That's what I said.
You not the A side? You a bigger name than Tio.
I am the bigger name. I should be the A side, but also he has the belt, so I get
Joe was
why
good
they
with it.
would make him the A side. So I don't know who's the A side, B side. I can't even tell you. I think we find out on fight night. So
He said,
I
don't
think
put
right now it's
Tio on
being pushed
Floyd.
as Teofimo Shakur. So he may be the A side. We'll see.
Who you looking to fight next if you win this fight?
I can't really look past this fight. Like I know what I'm dealing with. I know like I said, I don't know Tio since a kid, so I know that he's tough. I know that he's strong. He's fast. I know that his boxing IQ is very high. He's a good fighter, so you can't just say who's next because even with me even talking about the Conor Ben situation, I say, oh, I'll fight Conor Ben next, but truthfully, I know that Tio is a better fighter than Conor Ben. So how I'm gonna look past somebody that's a better fighter to go fight a fighter that's the worst fighter. So I don't
Right,
know what's next. I can't tell you. I
right.
know what's next really is Tio.
Yeah, a lot of people calling this a legacy fight for you.
Nah, it is. It is. It is. It's the fight that's gonna put me on that top of the pound for pound list, and I think that this fight is gonna tell everybody how good I am. Well, good, how great I am.
Was it difficult to make this fight?
Actually, it wasn't. It wasn't surprisingly. I actually got on the phone with Tio. I told people this. I got on the phone with him, man. Once we got on the phone, we kind of talked to each other, and we let each other know that we wanted to fight each other, and it was time. So once he was in agreement and I was in agreement, we made it happen.
Why is it hard for you to get fights with big names?
They know how good I am. You know the problem is I kind of when I was a kid and as I came up, I kind of
Z, what's
wanted
good,
to get
homie?
in a ring with everybody. So I sparred thousands of the fighters that's at the top level today. And being that I sparred them guys and some of them guys even watched me in the gym and seen me in the gym, now it's like shit, they don't want to just get in the ring with me. It's like shit, they know like I'm that good. They know what type of level I'm on. So a lot of guys really respect me. And if they gonna get in the ring, they gonna want to make the biggest bag they can make.
And you and Bud, y'all be sparring, right?
All the time. Still to this day.
Who be winning you?
I don't talk about sparring. I think honestly, I'll say this. Terrence Crawford is one of the reasons I'm this good. Like he pushed me to the next level from a kid to now. And honestly, without him, I don't even know if I'd be as good as I am. So I think I'll figure it out, but with his help, it definitely pushed me to a whole nother level.
GQ was good with it. So that was one part. I'm gonna play the other part where he talked about the Keyshawn thing. And look, that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Moses. Was good with it, fam. That's what it's about, bro. Making the best opportunities for yourself, not staying stuck on stupid, controlling your destiny as much as one could. You put yourself in position to try to get fights that matter to you. And I think when you seen the opportunity to make a fight with Teofimo, y'all was able to get on the phone and get it done. And I respect it. It wasn't the kind of process that people thought it was going to be. It was a little dragging of the ass, but I think once they finally got the open line of communication, I think that sealed the deal, man. And all parties involved was on board as well. So I think it's refreshing to know that nobody is in behind the scenes trying to disrupt the fight or stop it from being made or taking place, right? Just want to see great fights. And let's see who the best man is, man. You get these are 50-50 occurrences that you want to see. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy, 2 Cents. What's good, homie? Let's keep going, man. Let's play the other one. Let me get to it.
Lamont Roach, a hell of a fighter, bro. I got nothing but respect for that guy. He's actually one of my friends in the sport that I would fight. A lot of people sit on these podcasts, these blogs, and they'll tell you, oh, Shakur won't fight his peoples, he won't fight. I only gave y'all 2 people in the sport that I wouldn't fight. And that's Bud Crawford and Keyshawn Davis. But I'm actually friends with a lot of these guys out here, and I will fight them. So I think that's a big narrative that just need to be put to sleep. But me and Lamont, we done talked about fighting before, and I would love to share the ring with him.
Yeah, I've been seeing that online. People coming at you for saying that you won't fight Keyshawn.
Yeah, I just don't understand it. Like I get how you feel when you don't know somebody's relationship with somebody, but if this is my brother, my right hand man that I look at, why am I putting on the show in front of y'all people? What am I fighting my brother for in front of the world? And that could fuck up our relationship because at the end of the day, I'm competitive as fuck. He's competitive as fuck. It gotta be a winner, it gotta be a loser. I don't plan on letting no nigga beat me. I don't care who it is. So at the end of the day, that will come in between me and his relationship. I don't give a fuck how anybody else feel about it, but I know for a fact, like, that will make us have a certain relationship that we don't have now. So unless motherfuckers giving us 500 million or some crazy shit that's going to like feed our families for the entire rest of our lives and our generation to come after that, then I don't really understand like how y'all feel about it. Or I don't not understand. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is.
So you feel like if you two fight, it's no way y'all can be friends after that?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta realize when you're fighting, you don't know what can happen in a boxing ring. At the end of the day, I could kill him, he could kill me with the right shot. This is what like we fucking barbarians when we in that bitch. It's a million people around the ring just sitting there watching, but at the end of the day, that's the real truth of the situation. So if I hit him accidental in the back of the head, let's say, and in the fight, motherfucking, he don't make it out to see his family. You know, that shit will be on my conscience. Like, that shit wouldn't even sit right with me. Like, I just did that to my brother, like my real blood brother, over some money, over me getting paid and I'm good for the rest of my life. That's a selfish way of thinking. I don't think that way.
How far back do you and Keyshawn go?
Shit, since right now, let's say what, I'm 28, Keyshawn, what, like 26, 25? Since I was like, I want to say he had to be like 12, 13, I was 14, I want to say 14, 15. Even like how you saying Bud, me and Bud went back for years and years. Like, it's really my brothers. Like, I got real brothers. I lived boxing my whole life, so shit that came with it, you gonna come up with people and you gonna get close. That's what happens.
But who wants to see that fight right now? Like, who's asking for that?
Yeah, you know what's crazy about that? Cause I did the interview with Tio, and Tio, like, he bringing it up, but he's deflecting. Like, people don't understand when people deflect. He keeps saying, "Oh, he's not gonna unify with his brother." I'm like, bro, me and you fighting each other. So why you even, if you're gonna beat me, why would you be worried about me unifying with him? Like, that's deflecting, bro. Like, you sound like you scared at this point. That's what I kind of took from that, because I don't understand that.
Yeah, it sounds like he want to see y'all fight before he can get off on it, you know, because y'all cool. It don't sound like he want to see y'all fight for boxing purposes.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Even the people that sit there and say, "Oh, he won't fight Keyshawn, he can fight Tio," bro. And it's not even a shot at Keyshawn. I love Keyshawn. Keyshawn, my brother. But if you really like understand boxing and even the business of boxing, Keyshawn is going to be somewhere very far in the sport. But like, as of right now, if you had Tio and you had Keyshawn on your table, Tio is a fucking well-established champion who done got belt at the belt at the belt, undisputed. Then went to 40 and did this. He beat Lomachenko. He beat, like, the stuff he done did in the sport is at a way different level than what Keyshawn has done so far. So, like, how people kind of perceive it, they like, oh, he should be fighting Keyshawn. He should be, huh? Y'all just hating on me at this point. Y'all wanted me to fight Keyshawn because y'all know that that's somebody I'm really close with at this point, because that don't even make sense.
So yeah, man, that was the clip right there that got people pissed off. We got 60 people in the building. Hit the like button, sub to the channel, support the grind. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna break it down. We're gonna be fair. We're gonna be real though. Look, I know he just threw out a wild number with the 500 million. I know he ain't really expecting somebody to give him 500 million, but I think that's his way of basically saying, bro, pay us or stop asking me about it. I grew up with this dude. It's deeper than boxing. You get what I'm saying? This is my right hand. I'm not putting on the show for y'all people for what? And I can make money without fighting him, right? I don't have to. I'm not no broke fighter. I'm not struggling for opportunity. And it's funny how y'all keep trying to put Shakur in every fight but the one he got in front of him. Why are we talking about Keyshawn and Shakur? Why are we talking about Shakur and Devin Haney? Why are we talking about Shakur and Conor Ben? He got a fight right in front of him, a real fight in front of him. You got to fight T.O. It's a real fight. That's not, you heard what he said. You can't just overlook that guy. That guy been at the top in the amateurs right along with him. Now, he didn't go as far as what Shakur went. Like, ultimately, I think that's what's going to be a possible deciding factor in that fight. But he was always amongst the top. And as a pro, it's been the same thing. Amongst the top, he's a bigger name, more accomplished fighter than the guys that y'all trying to put him in fights with outside of Devin Haney. And you will get there. They cross that bridge when they get there. Right now, Debo Dev doing what he doing at 47. You know what I mean? Proving people wrong up there. Shakur got real smoke in front of him with Teofimo. All this Keyshawn Davis shit is dead, man. They not talking about this shit behind the scenes. Powers that be are not discussing making this fight. No networks are sitting around talking about, yeah, we got to make Keyshawn and Shakur. Nobody's doing that. So it's like we could keep saying, oh, well, they got to fight each other. But gotta make it make sense. They're not even in each other's way at this point, to me, if you ask me, and they're gonna just keep doing what they're doing. But we're gonna get to some clips, man, that let people know you get me why they rock with each other the way they do. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to the queen, Lisa. How you feeling today? Divine Lewis said, no, Shakur's scared of Keyshawn. That's why he does that brother shit. Okay, I got you. Stay right there, Divine. Stay right there. Stay right there. He already, his legacy, he been building his legacy without Keyshawn. So now Keyshawn, a legacy fight came? Now Keyshawn, a legacy fight? Keyshawn, a legacy fight. Let me find out. Keep telling me again how good Keyshawn is. I love it. He a legacy fight now for Shakur. Huh? Shakur doing the brother stuff because he's scared. Bet. Stay right there. Howard, what's good with it? We're going to talk about it. We're going to get to all of it. Shout out to the homie Blaze, man. What's good with it? Okay. Okay. Since you said that, I'm glad you said it. Let's just get to some of the clips. Let me take y'all down memory lane, man. Let me take y'all down memory lane. First of all, these dudes been rocking for a long time.
Right back. You know, they're just looking at the time. Right back. All right, 30 seconds. Let's work. 30 seconds. Come on, work. Right back. Come on, 30 seconds. Right back, man. Come on, right back. Right back, girl. Let's go. Right back. 20 seconds. Let's go. Right back.
See, that's the problem, though. That's the problem, Divine. It's only bullshit to you because you can't understand some shit deeper than money. Some shit deeper than money. You get in, you can't speak for him. You don't know why he got in boxing. He achieving what he got in boxing for, right? It's not like all roads to greatness lead to Keyshawn's. Because again, keep telling me how great Keyshawn is. I love it. Because y'all was talking a different tune before. Keep telling me how him fighting Keyshawn is going to add to his legacy and make Shakur so great. Because Keyshawn is the most proven fighter in the world. He's the most accomplished fighter. And keep telling me. I know he nice. I know that's why y'all want to see it. I just want y'all to tell the truth. That's all. I love it. But let's keep going. We ain't done. That was just one clip. So let's keep going. Bro says Shakur is doing the bro shit because he's scared. Hold that.
People always ask, will you ever fight Shakur? You've always been very vocal about it. You're not going to. Explain to us why he's like family and like it's like fighting your blood brother.
I mean, shit, just this weekend, him and his entire family was over my house. Like, we was playing basketball. Afterwards, they came to my crib. We eating together at the crib. Shit, we just had Lil Bro over. Big Slime, my cousin Big Slime was just sparring in my garage. I got the whole video. Like, bro, it's family. Like, it's family, bro. Like, I'm never, ever fighting Shakur. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. It's not even gonna feel right.
What were some of the experiences like with you guys growing up like as young men and young teenagers in Virginia? Like what some of those things that shaped you to know like he's my brother, man. I could never.
Yeah, the moment when I was like, all right, Shakur, I genuinely actually got real love for you was when I was going through my deep depression times. Even before I was going into the mental home, I used to tell my brother a lot, but then I started like backing off from my little brother because he was my little brother. I started talking to Shakur a lot about like how I was feeling and how I was thinking and what I was doing to myself. And Shakur was just giving me advice that I really like take in and like, damn, okay, I got you and stuff like that. And then I end up going to the mental home and, you know, like he calling me in there, checking up on me and stuff like that. I get out of the mental home, he pulling up on me, making sure I'm straight, making sure I get back in the gym, making sure I continue to do what I love. So he was there for me with my worst times, bro.
Now seriously though, I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. Fake brothers where? Shout out to Sunchild. That sound like some of the realest shit in the world to me. Sound like that relationship ain't have shit to do with boxing. So why would Shakur allow boxing to be the thing that destroyed a relationship when they built it and it's deeper than that? He talking about mental homes and all types of shit, and y'all out here talking about fake brothers because they ain't got the same mother and father. You sound like nerds. You know, I'm going at all of y'all that's going so crazy about them calling each other brothers. They so fake. So what about all y'all on YouTube calling everybody your brother? All these content creators calling people brothers, that people that you never met in your life. You never even met these people, but you will get up on YouTube and call a complete stranger your brother. Go to war for him, argue with people, debate people for him, all types of shit for somebody that you never met. But you're telling me a guy that knew a fighters, individual since he was 12, 13 years old, caught him at his lowest point, and at his best point. His lowest point being a mental institution, his highest point being when he had his kid. Both times, guess who was there? The fake-ass brother that y'all keep talking about. So y'all, the people that can't understand it are just fake. They don't have no real relationships in their life. Because some shit just deeper than money. It's principle over the dollar amount. They don't have to sell out. They don't have to ruin their relationship or their friendship or their bond because of some money. They're making the money without fighting each other. Shakur Stevenson is about to fight his biggest fight currently to date, and it's not named Keyshawn. Miss me with all of he should fight him because ain't no brothers. This is bullshit. Why is it bullshit? Why do you, and again, for all of y'all that want to see the fight, why do y'all want to see it so bad? And the next time you say that they fake brothers, think about the next time you on YouTube calling one of these dudes that you never met your brother. Some of y'all ain't even seen people's face, and y'all talk to them every single day talking about bro this and bro that. Miss me with that shit. They done broke bread together. He said the man done caught him at his lowest point. Lowest point when he was thinking about doing shit to himself. But you telling me what's fake about that? The only thing is fake is your ability to understand a real relationship over a bag. People that really stand on morals and principles over the money. Y'all so mad, won't you tell your favorite fighter, whoever they are, from 135 to 140 to beat one of their asses? Y'all got options now, huh? They the most hated anyway. They got options. Won't y'all get one of y'all favorite fighters to go beat one of their asses? One of these fake brothers that y'all was just dissing last week. You get what I'm saying? Now, all of a sudden, this the biggest fight. This the fight that got to happen now. Yeah, they fake. They're being fake. He got like 6 brothers. Nah, he got 1. And it's right there, man. Y'all don't like it? Go beat their ass, man. And we ain't done with the clips yet. We gonna keep running the clips, bro.
Reached out to my mother, calling from the Olympic Training Center. Oh, he reached. Mm-hmm. But Shakur told K to reach out. Gotcha. That's how I got that.
Pay attention.
So he reached out,
man. Pay attention for all you. Oh, they fake brothers. Pay attention. Now he just told you. He just highlighted how he was with him. He was with him at his lowest point. And when he had his baby, right? And now listen to this story. Again, tell me again why I gotta fight him. Cause y'all people on the internet that's fake as hell telling me what I gotta do with my career when I'm currently about to participate in the biggest fight of my career. You get what I'm saying? Without Keyshawn Davis, it's not Keyshawn Davis. The biggest fight in front of me is Teofimo Lopez. Let the record reflect. Let's
reached out to my mother, calling from the Olympic Training Center. Oh, he reached. Mm-hmm. But Shakur told K to reach out. Gotcha. That's how I got that. So he reached out 2016, can Keyshawn come out there, help Shakur get ready for the Olympics? That was basically the turning point for me. And that's why one of the reasons why I really love Shakur is because, like I said, K called my mother. Shakur told K to call my mother. So I wasn't even on USA boxing team at this time. So Shakur put me in a position to where if I impress these USA boxing coaches, which I did, I'm forever going to be like on their radar now, so now I'm a step ahead before I even got on the team. You understand what I'm saying? So when I got out there and I sparred him and I did great against him and all the others, Gary Russell, Charles Carwell, yep. Just looking good against all of them. And of course they wanted me back and I'm growing a relationship with Shakur. So out there, Shakur was like, yo, who you train with? I'm like, I don't have a coach. I was planning on going to Barry Hunter and them. He was like, why you just don't train with us? I'm like, who, you or Coach K? Yeah. I'm like, damn, that do make sense. Like, a light bulb just went up in my head, like, I just felt like my life about to start changing.
He just felt like his life about to start changing. Shakur put him on, gave him a leg up, put the coaches, you know what I mean? Put him on the coach's radar. Now I'm supposed to ruin what we built because y'all people that don't really even support me are telling me I gotta fight my brother now. Because let's be honest, bro. The true supporters of Keyshawn and the true supporters of Shakur Stevenson ain't demanding this fight. We'll take it if they give it to us because we wouldn't mind seeing who the best is, but we're not crying over something we have no control over. And we understand the dynamic of their relationship and what they continue to explain to y'all. The man put him in position. Now you want him to go punch him in the face because you said so? Because you said so. What fight did Keyshawn fight that makes it, all right, he's supposed to fight Shakur now? Because he was a clout chaser a fight or two ago. I remember this shit. I was here when y'all was shredding Keyshawn since he was 4-0. 4-0. Saying this dude ain't fought nobody. Baranchik wasn't nobody. Lemos wasn't nothing. He was overweight. Tell me again why y'all want to see this fight. I'm just trying to understand. Trying to understand. Let me find out that y'all been lying the whole time and y'all know Keyshawn one of them dudes. You know Core one of them, whether you want to admit it or not. But now y'all just catching on. Y'all know Keyshawn one of them dudes. You know it'll be a great fight if they fight. I don't give a damn who win and who lose if they fight. But when he said, give me 500 million, he just being facetious, bro. Basically, he's saying, man, give me an amount that he know y'all not going to give me that. So basically, stop asking me about it. I'm not fighting him. And it's the mutual thing. It ain't no one side just trying to little bro the other guy. No, this shit is mutual. Then you just hear Keyshawn say, I'm never, ever, ever, ever fighting Shakur. He gave you so many examples. Any grown real man is sitting there understanding where he coming from. You think the people that's interviewing him when he say that thinking he fake? Ain't shit fake about being at a point where you being suicidal. Ain't nothing fake about that. Ain't nothing fake about somebody checking on you when you at your lowest point mentally, making sure you don't go check out and do something dumb. What we talking about? I shouldn't even have to explain this. These is grown people because you want to be entertained. I thought Shakur was boring. I thought Keyshawn was a clout chaser. I thought he ain't fight nobody. But now all of a sudden today we want to see him fight Shakur Stevenson because of what? I just want y'all to admit it. I know why y'all want to see it. I just want y'all to admit it, man. I don't have no problem seeing the fight, but I get it. I respect it. And I don't understand how people could overcook a conversation this many times. It's fucking mutual. Mutual meaning on both sides. They don't see the need to punch each other in the face. And I know what people gonna say, well, Floyd and Zab fought each other. Yeah, I know that. And they was cool and thick as thieves once upon a time too. And did you see the interview that Zab did after they fought? Way after they fought? Said their relationship ain't been the same since. Then you just hear Shakur say how competitive he is, and he not trying to damage his relationship because he ain't letting nobody go in there and beat him. So it's simple. He drew his line in the sand. Bro, I'm not, that's my bro. That's my right hand. What are we talking about? Man, now I can see if Shakur was some young guy on the cusp of a title, and they both in each other way on the come up, and the only way to they biggest bag is through each other. By all means, I'll be championing this shit too. But it's not the case. What people really mad at is they found a way to coexist, be successful without having to fight each other. And people hate that. They said Shakur Stevenson wouldn't make X amount of millions without a certain somebody. Bullshit. Now look who he fighting for X amount of money, and I ain't even about to speak on it. Just let it happen. That man making the right moves for his career. That's how I know y'all foolish. Y'all really don't follow boxing for real. Tell me one reason why this fight right here with his brother make more sense than the guy that y'all said is racist. Y'all the ones keep saying how racist T.O. is. Y'all want to see him lose. He didn't fight Devin Haney, but he fighting Shakur. Right? Y'all, Shakur about to do y'all a favor, low-key. And y'all still mad talking about fight Keyshawn. Nobody's giving you 500 million. So again, bro, for two fighters that don't sell, and one of them being a clout chaser that ain't fought nobody, Shakur Stevenson ain't fought nobody. Tell me again why they should fight each other. Explain to me again why the networks are going to be interested in putting this fight together based on what you goofy people, haters of boxing, tell me. Yeah, looking at these two people in the thumbnail, y'all tell me these guys are not who they say they are. I've seen people spend countless hours trying to disprove Shakur Stevenson is not as good as what everybody say he is. Keyshawn Davis is not as good as what everybody say he is. But tell me again, why do you want to see two guys that are not that good fight each other? I need to know why. Why? Now all of a sudden, Keyshawn is Shakur's biggest fight, right? Now it's his biggest fight when he currently taking the biggest fight outside of Tank. Let's call it what it is. Let's be real. That man really went and put together the second biggest fight that he could have did without Tank in a whole nother division. He taking the challenge. He putting it on. He putting everything on the line, fighting an established champion there. You get what I'm saying? He moved on and you get what I'm saying? And went to make a big fight. And we still talking about Keyshawn Davis. Let Keyshawn be great. He ain't even get his foot back in the door yet. Y'all keep begging for him to come back. So tell me again, why y'all so in the rush? Why y'all itching to see Keyshawn Davis fight again? I thought he wasn't that good. Told y'all that boy was cold. I told you. I told you. I knew this point would come. I talked about it with my bro. I said this is they when the first time I heard y'all saying he wasn't good, and I realized he was a silver medalist on Top Rank, and he wasn't fighting guys with losing records, I started seeing the similarities. I said in no time they're going to be asking Shakur and Keyshawn to fight each other. Man, I love it. How quickly how tables turn, man. Them bro, the Bash brothers got the world pissed off, bro. they got the boxing world at their feet, and y'all pissed off. So look, I told y'all, if y'all really mad about what they doing, y'all gotta go beat these dudes up, bro. You get what I'm saying? I mean, the hate been crazy ever since the T.O. fight got announced. It's like they know what's coming. Hey, bro, we gonna talk about it today, Blunt, because it ain't no way a man go do. I mean, back-to-back situations now, Blunt. You see the momentum is building now. Back-to-back situations. Matter of fact, I'm gonna even rewind all the way from Kid Austin. They were saying he was scared of Kid Austin. Won't you give him a chance? Blah, 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 blah. He gave him a chance. The dude faked his death, didn't make it to the fight. Boom, proved everybody wrong there. And they still try to complain, low-key, about him fighting a quote-unquote prospect that they begged for him to give an opportunity to, right? Right? Then he moves on. Then you get this Zepeda. They say Zepeda is going to drown him. His work rate going to be too much. She going to do this and that. Herrera too. Shout out to Dub. Appreciate you. Herrera too. You get what I'm saying? His work rate going to be too much. Zepeda going to drown him. He better not try to fight him right in the pocket. He better get on his bike. He better box. He better move. And then he stood in the pocket and cooked this dude. And y'all all sitting up in there, sitting on your live streams, looking like you sucked the lemon because he stood on business. Then after y'all favorite fighter told the entire world that he ain't fighting him, cool. He moves on and go make the next biggest fight. And instead of, like I said before, instead of breaking down the X's and O's of this fight and what he's looking to achieve, the man about to stamp himself, if he wins, as a 4-division champion at 28 years old with 25 fights. That shit making y'all sick to y'all stomach that you try to write this dude off ever since he was at 30 or since he got to 35. And what he continued to do, prove to you that he great despite what you say about him. If you really a fan of the sport, you really appreciate what he doing. You said he don't fight nobody, so he going to fight somebody. He going to fight guys where they best wins turned him down. That's what he going to do with T.O. And let's not act like there was other opportunities for people to go fight T.O., but he going to do it. They locked in, and y'all can't appreciate that. So y'all going to try to rewind and overcook this Keyshawn topic? Nah, we're not doing that. Not so fast, bro. We got a real fight. 50-50, I'm leaving it there. You don't know who could win on the 31st. Know what I mean? Shakur, you better be ready, man. Better be ready. Let's keep going, though, man. Let's keep going. You see that man told y'all. He told y'all, bro. He got the career started. Nah, I don't think people be getting it, bro.
Reached out to my mother, calling from the Olympic Training Center. Oh, he reached. Mm-hmm. But Shakur told K to reach out. Gotcha. That's how I got that. So he reached out 2016, you know, can Keyshawn come out there, help Shakur get ready for the Olympics? That was basically the turning point for me. And that's why one of the reasons why I really love Shakur is because, like I said, K called my mother. Shakur told K to call my mother. So I wasn't even on USA boxing team at this time. So Shakur put me in a position to where if I impress these USA boxing coaches, which I did, I'm forever going to be like on their radar now. You know, so now I'm a step ahead before I even got on the team. You understand what I'm saying? So when I got out there and I sparred him and I did great against him and all the others, Gary Russell, you know, Charles Carwell, yep. Just looking good against all of them. And of course they wanted me back and I'm growing a relationship with Shakur. So out there, Shakur was like, yo, who you train with? I'm like, I don't have a coach. I was planning on going to Barry Hunter and them. He was like, why you just don't train with us? I'm like, who, you or Coach K? Yeah. I'm like, damn, that do make sense. Like, I just a light bulb just went off my head. Like, I just felt like my life about to start changing.
Feel like his life about to start changing. And fast forward to now, he's a former world champion, by a mistake of his own. Credit to him, he made a mistake. But look where he got to from Shakur opening that door. And tell me again why he should have to punch him in the face for your entertainment. Tell me again. Tell me again why he should have to ruin the relationship that he deemed solid in boxing for the entertainment and selfishness of people. Because truth be told, the ones that's demanding the fight are not demanding it because they want to see two young fighters that's been standing on business with every fight that they've had so far and want to fight each other and see who the best. They just want to see one of the guys lose because people are some hateful ass, hating, sour, salty ass dudes. They want them two to knock each other off. But I told y'all math ain't math, and man, y'all got two guys to knock off, man. Y'all go knock both of them off then. Shout out to my dog, Mike Magic, man. What's good with it, bro? You get me? So it is what it is, man. Hold on, man. I got another clip for you because I think they asked him this so many times on so many different occasions.
Would you go and fight Shakur for the belt?
No.
Why?
Let's look at Bud, who is a great mentor of yours, and he fought Sean, and he and Sean are very close friends. I understand your reason, and I'm not saying you're wrong. Has he offered you a perspective on that? What if there's just no choice, and you're the guy and he's the guy? There's just no choice. You're 1 and 2. Do you move up? Does he move up? Like, how do you work that out if you're friends?
It's always choices in life. Shakur mother and my mother are friends.
Oh.
All right.
I know Shakur entire family, Shakir, Shadir. Got like 9 brothers and sisters, cousins, Teray, Johnson. Bro, I know his whole family. We used to smoke together.
Say less. We know.
Shout out to Tupac.
Like, this is a deep relationship. This is not, oh, Sean Porter, Terrence Crawford, they cool and they came out. No, it's not one of them. This is me and Shakur, like, outside of us not being physical, like, on paper being, like, brother, bro, we're brothers, like, for real. Shakur was on the phone with me, making sure I was okay, like, when y'all didn't know me, when nobody knew me. Shakur was there for me. I would never try to promote a fight with me and Shakur, even though I can do that. Man, he's a bigger fighter and it make a lot of sense. It get a lot of publicity, all that shit. I'm not doing nothing like that. That's corny. That's whack. That's not realistic. That's not me.
It's his damn brother, man. Loyalty before that dollar, man. Some of y'all sell out for a bag. And like I said, man, if you out here crying about them calling each other brothers because they don't share the same mother or father or the same blood, remember the next time you get up on YouTube and you call somebody your brother or sister that you never fucking met in your life, you never broke bread with, you don't know nothing personal, you don't even know these people name that y'all talk to. You don't be knowing these people name on YouTube, none of that. Everybody brothers and sisters, brother, sister, cuz. You ain't never seen these people. Y'all be vouching for some of the most foul people that I've ever, that you and y'all don't even be knowing to have. So again, that's just some shit deeper than boxing, bro. I respect it. Shout out to the Thai Eagles, man. I respect it, bro. It's deeper than that, man. It's deeper. Hold on, give me a second, y'all. Hit that like button. We got over 100 people in the building. Smash the like button. Sub to my bad, y'all. I had a phone call. My apologies. Hit the like button. Y'all Hannibal, what's good with it, man? Blaze, no evidence, my God, man. So look, let's keep building, man. Like I said, Lance, what it do? Y'all think about that. They so fake, but these dudes done broke bread. They families know each other. It don't get no realer than that. Sharing blood wouldn't make it no different. It wouldn't make them no closer. It's clear as day. At your lowest point, I'm there. At your highest point, I'm there. To get your career started that you thriving in right now until the hiccup, I was there. I was part of all of that. What's fake about any of that? What's fake about making sure your brother is good? Since we keep talking about brothers and shit. Since we keep talking about brothers, ain't that what a brother do? Put you on? Ain't that what it sounded like he did? Ain't that he put his brother on? What you talking about? Now so hold on. I gotta be there for my brother, high and low, thick and thin. Put my brother on, and then I gotta fight him too, huh? I got to fight my brother too, huh? Nah, bro. Nah, man, we locked in. So like I said, I respect it. And at any given point that they change their mind and they say, yo, you know what? Let's fight. I'm right there supporting it, rocking with it, win, lose, or draw, I want to see it. But we ain't doing no bunch of whining and complaining and how fake they are when I see people being fake all over the internet. Fake all over the internet, man. You know what I'm saying? Fake all over the internet all day, bro. Shout out to my dog, man. We about to play another one, man. We gonna get to another one. We gonna keep it going because y'all like we in the bag today. They keep complaining about this shit. These dudes from the start. And this is one thing I could say too, why I respect it, because they never fake sold us the fight. They've been very consistent, like, nah, that's my brother, that's my brother. They never made it seem like, besides the little friendly face-off, and that was just obviously for entertainment purposes, but they've never sat up here and made it seem like they're going to sell us a fight and didn't give it to us. But what they did say, you don't like what we doing, you don't like how we talk, come beat us. Beat me up. You get what I'm saying? Come beat me up. Do something about it. That's what I'm on. Come beat my ass. Come do something about it.
He got bigger, stronger, and I don't watch. Like I don't literally watch it from like, you feel me? And I'm sitting and watching it. He with me coming to my crib every day before, like. So now it's like we at a point where it's like, shit, we just gonna go up. Just gonna make it to the top. Yeah, we going up. And we never gonna fight each other. We going up. Thanks for answering that. I didn't want to ask you. Yeah.
Look, there you go.
Hey, we're doing trilogy for a bill. Fight.
Look, he said a bill.
Y'all want to see some February Leonard versus Floyd? Or put the money on the line. Yeah. Yeah, we gonna be cool right now. Right. We gonna go spend our band together.
You know what I'm saying?
Stat to it.
Well, man, let's shout out to Blunt, man. That shit is mutual, bro. Look, man, they say give us a bill. So I guess he was serious about that too. Like they just having fun with it. Like, bro, in other words, like maybe if I throw a number out there high enough, y'all stop asking about it. But I keep telling y'all, never mind what they're saying. Name me somebody in boxing that has discussed behind the scenes putting that fight together besides on social media. When have you heard anybody say like, yeah, Keyshawn and Shakur is next, man? This fight gonna be like, when have you heard? And now he signed to Jay Prince as well, so y'all might as well leave it alone. Like they not fighting. They not fighting. Some shit is deeper than rap, man. You hear me? Some shit is deeper than rap. Some shit is deeper than rap. Tim Lay, my dog. What's good, Tim? Yesterday's price ain't today's prices. You get me? You know what I'm saying? Yesterday's price ain't today's price. You get me? 500. Kyle said 500 mil. I'll fight about my. But that's what he's saying. Like, look, y'all really want us to fight with that 500. Back up the Brent's truck and pay us, G. Or we ain't trying to hear nothing, bro. Like we not trying to hear that, Sharif. Court, like we ain't trying to hear that shit, Sharif. Like y'all not gonna keep complaining, bro. Y'all want to see us fight? That's cool. With that money on that, Reef, you get me? With that money. Notice how I get quiet when you start asking them like to show you the money. Like the conversation get like, well, ain't nobody, y'all not worth it anyway. Like they not worth it anyway. They don't even sell.
How do you feel about his progress? Because I feel like in the short window, every fight, Keyshawn always shows something better.
Paying his brittle hands $500 million.
He's that, you know, he's it. So, but what you feel? Because you've been watching him since the M's, though, bro. Like I remember y'all coming into the gyms and everything, training together. So, how do you feel about his progress from then to now?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I think it's like everything perfect. I seen this shit like years ago. Like I already knew where it was gonna be, where it's going. Like I knew even right now, like the fans is gonna be demanding me and him to fight. I knew it was always gonna be this way. Like Keyshawn was always with me. And every gym you seen Keyshawn at, I was right there with them. So truthfully, bro, I already knew. Like I already knew his talent, I already knew how good he was as a fighter. It was always just a matter of time till we got to where we at right now, to like where the public is like, okay, this guy, and
that's real, man. That's real and that's dope, man. That's dope. You know what I mean? So like I said, man, I played those videos just to highlight the timeline. Like they've been solid. They've been solid. They don't care about what people saying. And like I said before, it's a very premature conversation. And if people are not talking dollars to them and it's just a empty conversation online, why should they realistically entertain it when nobody realistically behind the scenes is looking forward to putting that together? That's not nobody's plans. That's Keyshawn's priority or listed things to do. Yeah, let's put him in there with Shakur. Like, come on, we're not even making sense no more in boxing. Get what I'm saying? Keyshawn, don't try to put them against each other because Core about to probably ruin some people's plans by beating T.O. at 140 and then Keyshawn and be there and cause ruckus. And I'm telling you, that's why I call them the Bash Brothers, bro. Y'all could be mad all y'all want, but they're gonna be pissing a lot of people off with the way they do them. I'm telling you, this is a classic show. You already know, bro. You know it, man. We gotta highlight the timeline. We just real supporters. I support both of them. Win, lose, or draw. If they fight each other, cool. I'm supporting it. But to overcook it, like I said, man, it ain't nothing we can do about it no more. You know what I'm saying? They stood on their square. Now the next order of business is for somebody to really start talking dollars. Then, since they want to see a fight so bad, pay them. Pay them. Gotta want to pay.
Biggest puncher, I feel, at the 135 will probably be Gervonta Tank Davis. But the most skillful fighter at 135 will be hands down Shakur Stevens.
What is it about him? Because I know he has a lot of good attributes, but do you think he has enough power to sustain?
Well, it's really all about skills. Pernell Whitaker wasn't a huge puncher, but he was, very exciting, very tough, and he fought everybody. Shakur is trying to do the same thing. He want to fight the best they got out there. I believe his contract is coming to an end, so hopefully we can come together and I can take him to that next level.
Hey, man. Hey, man. The best. Hey, man. Let's talk to him, Floyd. Flizzy Floyd. And Floyd be pissing people off. But like I said, man, as stated, I think they paths ain't really crossed each other's. I don't think nobody really put no realistic thought behind it outside of it being a conversation. I think if you just looking at it from an X's and O's standpoint, Keyshawn Davis got that mean streak about him. He it's not a lot he can't do. He's a very polished, well-rounded fighter. Got that Olympic pedigree, much like Shakur. That shit would be a hell of a chess match between them two. Shout out to Sean's. I remember him saying, when he was there seeing him spar, and it was just like, like a chess match, a lot of feinting and different things like that. So I could just imagine how a fighter go to a degree. You never know who could win. You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn got the kind of talent that you can't dismiss. And as long as he in the ring, bro, it's not going to be somebody that he can't beat. As long as you get what I'm saying, Keyshawn got that kind of talent. Like, he's talented, in my opinion. It's just my thoughts of him. He's the only one that can stop him, respectfully. I hate to sound cliche, but it's one of them things where as long as he stay extremely focused and disciplined and locked in, he can go very far in this sport. And I think he is. I think he will. I think it's very early. I think he's made some mistakes, made himself vulnerable in front of the public. But I think since then he's made an effort to try to kind of correct some things, even with, getting some of the inner circle and making that smaller, right? Different management and things like that. It's a young man that's trying to figure it out. He made some mistakes. Now he's trying to get it all the way back and then some. And that's what I'm waiting to see him do. So in the meantime, I just doubt this not even a realistic conversation. I get it, yo. We thirst for blood, bro. Let me speak on the other side of it too, so y'all know I'm like that. I get it. As a fight fan, you want to see everybody fight everybody. The best fight the best. But I want to ask y'all in the chat, for the people that want to see this fight, is Shakur Stevenson versus Keyshawn Davis an example of the best fight in the best? I just want to know. Is that the best fight in the best? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just cut that Floyd clip off before the sales pitch. You know, my opinion, the close Andy Cruz became to being a reality, the more he unraveled. I feel you, bro. I feel you. Look, I don't think it was nothing to do with that. I don't think it was nothing to do with that because Andy Cruz was going in another direction. Keyshawn Davis had the WBO, and you see Andy Cruz going the IBF route. I don't think they was trying to make that fight right now, and I don't think he would duck the fight if offered to him. Right? You got to think he fought him 4 times. Think about it, and lost to him. Right? If he was scared of him, think about it. You ain't scared of somebody that you fought 4 times. And I've said this before. If you just look at Andy Cruz from fight 1 to his current fight now, and you look at Keyshawn Davis from fight 1 to his current fight now, his transition from amateur to a pro has been much different than Andy Cruz's. And for that reason, I would pick him. I would give him the edge as a pro. You know what I'm saying? The things that Keyshawn does naturally as a professional, Andy Cruz has had to go to a particular coach, in my opinion, and Bozy Ennis to do some of those things that Keyshawn Davis does naturally as a pro, right? Being in the pocket more, being on the front foot, more aggressive, fighting with a bit of a mean streak. That stuff is something that Bozy is developing, whereas I think it was already something Keyshawn came equipped with, and he's just fine-tuning his shit, whereas Andy Cruz is still shaking off some of the amateur kinks. So respect to all his wins as an amateur. He was a great amateur, but I think also the downside to staying amateur for so long is muscle memory, right? You stayed in that point system so long, your transition to the pros, not saying it ain't been smooth, but it's been little bumps along the way, not many, but I think as a professional, I've seen more from Keyshawn. Now, Andy Cruz do some things that's phenomenal, but his attempt to like be a tweaked fighter, like change a little bit offensively. You heard Bozy speak about it. I think that's causing him to abandon some of the things that made him tough to deal with as an amateur, like the movement and things like that. And I'm not saying he don't got it, but once you start to condition and program your mind and to fight a certain way, you get what I'm saying? I find him fighting more than boxing now, and he looking more like a guy that like to be on the front foot than a Cuban fighter. He's looking less and less like a Cuban fighter. Now, he's still winning, so it's not a bad thing, but we gonna see. I feel like him and Keyshawn is a really, really great fight, 50-50 type fight. Andy Cruz got a ton of skill, but I just like what I've seen from Keyshawn in terms of stylistically as a pro. I feel like his transition has been smoother, and I like what I see. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see though, because he got his opportunity to prove it. Andy Cruz against Raymond Moratai, but we'll see. I think they'll cross that bridge when he get there. But in terms of him being like scared to fight and stuff like that, nah, hell nah. Dude ain't scared. He ain't scared not one bit. You get me? He ain't scared not one bit. You get me? So we gonna see though. We gonna see. He said get Drake a pass to fight. And reality shows up. They said Andy a professional amateur. You stupid. He gonna have to show me he can beat him. Hey, no evidence. Look, that's fair because you look, as an amateur, man, he had your number. He beat you 4 times, man. You gotta show me you could beat him as a pro. And what you saying is reasonable. That's why I wouldn't argue with it. I respect it. But for me, like what I would go off is I would take into account the amateur fights, right? But I'll also look at how they transition and matured as pros. And like I said, for me, from what I'm watching, I seen one had a bit of a smoother transition because he naturally was already having more of a pro style than me, Keyshawn, as opposed to Andy Cruz. Then you got to think Andy Cruz, when he turned pro, what, 26, 27, something like that? Late as hell. So he had him by a couple years. You know what I'm saying? He an older guy, had a ton of experience. And you know them Cubans are hard to beat. But what I'm saying is the things that allow him to put him in position to beat Keyshawn as an amateur, I think he's moving away from those same things as a professional. He's looking less and less like a Cuban fighter to me. And it's not all bad because he obviously winning. I see what Bozy doing. He got him standing on business. And I love the experiment, the Bozy experiment with Andy Cruz. I like what I'm saying. And, you know, he got some deficiencies, of course, but for the most part, he going out there and he's winning. And now he in position for a title fight that's coming up, and I can't wait to see it. So what you saying, no evidence, is reasonable, bro. You seen it 4 times as an amateur, you're like, man, he might just have your number. I get it. But for me, I feel like that shit just was amateur fights. And I feel like them as pros, they fight different. It ain't a scoring system. It's a more of me trying to hurt you. And I done seen Andy Cruz have a little bit of issue with guys that are, we all know that are not on the level of a Keyshawn Davis. So you just never know. It's going to always be a great fight, a competitive fight. I think they styles will always mesh good. And hopefully we get to see it as pros, bro. You know what I mean? May the best man win. But, you know, I might be showing a little bit of favoritism, but not really, though, because I just like what I see from Keyshawn. I think that natural mean streak is something that Andy is developing and working on. You get what I'm saying? Being on the front foot and catching and shooting and just little things, little nuances. Feel like Keyshawn does those things naturally, effortlessly in the ring. He's a very smooth operator, bro. Like, especially, I don't know if you ever had a chance to see Keyshawn Davis fight live. Telling you, man, that young man could fight, bro. Very, very in control, really poised. His eyes, he be locked in, laser focused, bro. You know what I'm saying? He really know how to beat your ass, and he go through the gears properly. He know when to turn it up. I'm telling you, that's a smart fighter, bro. All he got to do is stay locked in. Stay locked in, and the world is his, for real, for real. You get what I'm saying? Andy, it's Tank Davis fighting the amateurs. Yeah, shout out to my dog Behind the Hands TV. Real women ain't hoes and amateurs ain't pros. Keyshawn and nah. Shout out to my dog. Yeah, nah. I would have him as a professional because of what they showed me, respectfully, for what they both showed me. You know what I'm saying? I just see, you know, a more professional from one guy versus the other. And again, I get it. Credit to Andy because he had 2 gold medals. He's a special talent. I think he's still ridding the kinks out. You know what I'm saying? The kinks out. So, but we gonna see, man. We gonna see. But we'll see. We'll see if these dudes really want to make that fight. At some point, they're gonna have to, man. You know what I mean? They're gonna have to meet up with each other. But yo, if you seen the energy, like look at the energy when they ran into each other, man. He wanted to shake hands, man. All that trolling and shit he be doing, he wanted to shake hands when he seen Keyshawn. Now I ain't saying he's supposed to want to punch him in the face, but see, you'll talk about how much you want to fight him in interviews and shit like that, and you'll troll him. But when you had a face-to-face interaction, you was holding your hands out trying to shake his hand. You wasn't talking about fighting him. And it was after a fight. You get what I'm saying? Now, I'm pretty sure if it was Keyshawn Davis was doing all that trolling and talking, and then when he seen him, he go walk up to him and shake his hand and don't say nothing about a fight. Y'all gonna say he fake and he ain't keeping the same energy. But I know what Andy Cruz is doing. He having fun. He got amateur wins over him, and he know that connecting his name to Keyshawn, it brings attention. There's a conversation there. There's history. So he plays into it, and rightfully so. I ain't mad at it, but this is the problem that I had with the Andy Cruz and Keyshawn Davis situation. Nobody behind the scenes is putting that fight together or even moving in that direction, right? And on top of that, that's not in his top list of priorities. You see, if he was aiming at Keyshawn, he would have moved in a different direction, going the IBF route. You see, when he see him, he ain't say nothing like, yo, what's up? When we gonna fight? He ain't even do the typical fighter shit. Sign the contract, send the contract, talk to my people. He wanted to shake hands. He wasn't talking about fighting him, bro. And this is the biggest problem I had with that fight, with that conversation. We'll talk about Keyshawn losing to Andy Cruz as an amateur 4 times, to the point where we don't even recognize what the hell Andy Cruz has done as a professional. That's a crime, bro. That's a crime. Tell me your favorite Andy Cruz win as a professional. Should it trip you out how many people don't even know what name? They don't even know who to throw out there. They'll just keep saying it. So that should let you know something about Keyshawn. Get what I'm saying? Because the mere mention of his name, it brings a light to the situation, right? Keyshawn. You get what I'm saying? You got people really thinking Keyshawn's scared of a guy that he fought 4 times. Make it make sense. Anybody that know anything about fighting, you ever fought somebody and had a fight with him more than once? Ain't no way you scared of somebody that you fought more than once, bro. In any capacity, on no level. You got in there once, twice, 3, 4 times, you'll get in there for a 5th time. You get me? That shit is crazy to even think that somebody would be scared to fight each other. Mag 7, what it do? Get that tank for Shakur. Wishful thinking, Mag 7. I hope so. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, y'all. We got over 100 people in the building. Double tap the screen if you vertical. Horizontal, hit that like, sub to the channel, support the grind. We're going to keep building, man. Going to keep getting to it. Say, who guys beat Bud, Robisa, and Sean? Them Cubans, some professional amateurs. Nah, they kick ass, bro. They kick ass. You know what I'm saying? Say, man, I said how was Tank scared of ropes when he fought him. Yeah, that was stupid. I always thought that was stupid. Mag 7. Tank ain't scared. Tank ain't scared to fight somebody that he already fought. Would he prefer to fight a guy that was just a pain in his ass over making a whole bunch of money? Probably not. But that decision never had anything to do with being scared. People just don't like those people that push that got chased home from school, bro. Telling you, when you say that grown men are scared to fight people that they already fought and scared to do something that they get paid to do, that's like saying you scared to go to work tomorrow and make money, right? You get what I'm saying? Wake up in the morning, go to work and make money. That's their work. They chose to do it, right? They're not gonna be scared to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I hate the scary narrative. That shit just not realistic. You know what I'm saying? But back to what I was saying, bro. The real fight fan in me would always like to see you know what I mean? That we just have to wait to see something else. I think in the meantime, we got a more meaningful fight with a far more established fighter, like Shakur said. He not taking shots at Keyshawn, just T.O. at a different point and more established. He's established himself in two different divisions. You know what I'm saying? And it's a bigger, more meaningful fight and more lucrative. And he don't got to destroy no relationship to do it. And low-key, he should be the neighborhood hero for a little while if he beat the guy that y'all deem racist. That's always talking the monkey and the banana stuff. Y'all don't like Teal, right? That's how I know people don't like boxing, because he about to do the world a solid for the ones that really wanted him to get in there and take Teofimo out. You get what I'm saying? Now he about to do it. And we like, nah, but what about Devin at 47? Nah, you set that rehydration clause. And what about Conor Benton? Like, bro, what we talking about? No, what about Teofimo Lopez? That the last time he was a damn 3-1 underdog, it was against Loma and he won. That's what I'm thinking about his underdog history, his ability to prove people wrong. I ain't overlooking that dude even as a fight fan. I'm not. That's a real fight. Don't let nobody that don't like him because how he choose to promote himself or bring attention to himself, don't let none of that shit distract you from the fact that it does one of the most athletic and talented fighters in the sport. People don't like to tell you that. You know what I'm saying? But it is. That's what it is, man. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. He just wanted Ryan. What's good with it? So you don't have to be scared, not be as confident. And that's something different. Not confident is something different. No evidence, but people be pushing the scare narrative too much. And I just know that's not the reality. These grown men, it's not about being scared. It's about making, people take calculated risks. You get what I'm saying? Strategic, right? They prioritize different fights as opposed to others. It's a number of different things that lead into why guys picking the next fight. Like, for example, because we talking about it, Shakur and Tio is a perfect fight to make because that's the guy to fight, right? This is the dude that, you get me, that is established, got the accolades, right? That got the name. If you Shakur, you see the resume. What is his resume lacking? He got solid wins. If you know, you know. He got solid wins outside of Valdez and Herring. But what is he missing? That marquee, that name, right? The one. And look what he said. Ain't this one of the 4 kings? All right, then. Ain't this the? And look, what Showtime Sean Porter say? He said Teofimo Lopez is the best fighter at 140 pounds, bar none. That's the guy that he going after. Why are we tripping about all the small shit? You know what I'm saying? Sit back and enjoy this young man chase a 4 division champion and sit back and watch Tio try to give Shakur his first L how he said he wouldn't once upon a time. You get what I'm saying? I'm here for this shit. I want to see it. I want to see who gonna stand on business. Is Shakur gonna show Tio that his levels between them two and like, yo, you ain't on my level? Or is Tio gonna show him, look, not only am I the best fighter that you ever fought, I'm gonna actually beat you being the best fighter you ever fought, right? Is Teofimo being the best fighter that Shakur Stevenson ever fought on paper? Is that enough to get him to win? Right? Nah, it ain't. He gonna have to fight. He gonna have to perform like the underdog he used to performing as, right? Being down 3-1, performing against Loma. But I'm gonna tell you now, this ain't Loma. This ain't no 30-plus-year-old Loma with a damn shoulder injury. This ain't that. This ain't that. Yeah, it's a guy coming up to your weight class. I ain't never fought there, but he fresh, he ready. And I think he gonna be healthy and ready to go, man. You know what I'm saying? Want to see Hitchins versus Tio? I wouldn't have been mad at it. People misread scared of a man is one thing, but scared to lose future opportunities is different. And I like that. I like what you're saying there behind the hands, because I think that's what it be. I don't think none of these grown men be running around scared of each other as much as they be reluctant and hesitant to make the wrong move. Because in boxing, you make so many moves, you put in so much work to get ahead, right? You do so much to get yourself ahead of the game, right? And all it takes is one mistake, one slip up, one off night, and you back at square one. You back at the drawing board looking for your next opportunity, not knowing what it's going to be. Boxing can be that way. So, and then when we don't do it, we're no better as fans with the way we throw these fighters away when they lose, right? The way we treat them when they go take a challenge and they fall short, right? We crucify them for weeks, for months, sometimes the rest of the year, right? And all the way up into their next fight. Even past their next fight, we'll still be talking about how they fell short once upon a time. So I said this before, to a degree, we to blame for some of the moves that these guys do decide to make and not make, and to a degree, right? Because of, I think, the scrutiny and the criticism, the blowback that comes with losing a fight in today's boxing. And if y'all don't believe me, think about it. When's the last time you seen somebody lose a fight, especially a name fighter, right? Lose a fight without being exposed, without somebody getting online and saying, yo, he got exposed, such and such got exposed. Like, you as a fighter, they can't even lose fights in today's boxing. It's like, he lost, it's over with, he washed. Think about it. You got people calling Cool Boy Steph a journeyman, a gatekeeper with 2 losses. It's wild. Get what I'm saying? Where the guy that beat him got more losses than he do, but he's not a gatekeeper. You gotta make it make sense, man. Like, boxing is a tough sport, man, and the critics are even tougher. And look, with social media, our voices is louder than we think. They resonate, man. These fighters see this shit. They're aware of the cyber attacks that take place when they go in the ring and lose. You know what I'm saying? Lose a fight. They get scrutinized to the end of time, bro. So just gotta be willing to build these guys up when they make the fights that we ask for. That's all I say. That's all I ask for. I mean, Shakur and Keyshawn not gonna be at the same weight class forever anyway. Yeah, I could see Keyshawn at 47 for sure. I could. You know what I'm saying? I could. If I'm weird, everybody saying the UFC champs lose all the time. Yeah, man. I don't get it, bro. Like, it's tough, Zoom. Like, we throw our fighters away. I don't know why. But I say this, man, most people don't really like boxing to that level, because if you're willing to tear a guy down just because he fell short on a big stage, it says a lot about you. Get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying don't criticize guys when they fall short. That's fine. That's the game. But again, it'd be the propaganda machine and the cyber slander attacks. It's to start going wild. Like, that shit shouldn't be part of it. That should not be part of the game. Attacking the fighter's losses is why nobody saw Shock being who he is. Facts behind the hands TV. That is a fact, my guy. That is an absolute fact, bro. Because he lost early and he was easy to overlook. And that's why I said, bro, it's funny that Cool Boy with less losses is a journeyman, but the guy that beat him is not, with more losses, right? It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, you know, the cyber attacks on the net. That's the cyber attacks on the net where they, you know, like, think about it. Once upon a time, like, we didn't have the access that we have to the fighters. Now, what we do with the access that we have to the fighters, we abuse it. I'm not saying get on nobody's platform or nobody's page and fan out, but like there's not enough respect among social media. Like all people do is talk crazy, like about guys that have really put hands on you. Like think about how many people talk crazy about Jake Paul that he had knocked out though. Think about how many civilians talk crazy. Jake ain't this, Jake ain't that. Jake could knock you out. Jake could knock you out. You get me? So like I said, we blurred the lines a long time ago and crossed them. And now we tend not to have no respect for the fighters that hold the sport to the highest standard. You got to think we go after the most successful guys and women in all of the sport and tear them down. There's no way Claressa should have been getting torn down the way she was. There's no way in hell Bud Crawford's reputation should have been getting smeared in the mud after winning the 2 biggest fights of his career and sticking into boxing. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's no way in hell that a guy could have a draw and then everybody act like he lost and it's the worst thing you ever seen. Like, we're terrible fans. I say it all the time. We got to do better at supporting the overall sport, bro. I'm telling you. Shock a bad boy. Yeah, focus issues early, put a couple losses on him. Yep. And when he took that other foot and put it in the boxing, we seen what his results is. Shout out to Shocky Foster, a.k.a. Oceanique. You know what I mean? And behind the hands, that's his guy right there, man. Hit that like button, man. We got about 130 people in the building. Hit the like button, y'all. If y'all on the vertical live, yo, we got 29 likes, man. If y'all don't hit the like button, we got over 100 people, yo. Double tap the screen. It's free. It is free, y'all. Double tap the screen, but we're going to keep building, man. So we'll see, man. The Bash Brothers going to continue to piss the world off, man. I showed y'all the number of different clips from these guys. They in complete support of each other. And I've seen Big Baby Miller, Dirrell Big Baby Miller, talk about him not wanting to fight people that he's cool with and why he don't want to fight guys that he cool with. And he even got emotional talking about it. And I heard Zab say how him and Floyd will never be the same now because of, you know what I mean? They ain't cool. I mean, because they fought. So those are not two guys that's willing to damage their relationship over a bag, over $1. Because at the end of the day, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. That's the saying, right? Some people ain't willing to sell out for $1. You know what I'm saying? Some people ain't willing to sell out over $1. Canelo say he ain't fighting no countryman. Yeah, man. I mean, look, it's a lot more people. Like, look, we could go all across the board. There's other people that got brothers, right? Or is they gonna ask Boots to sign the young fighter to fight the young fighter that he got signed, right? Or they gonna ask Devin Haney to now fight Amari Jones, right? You get me? You gonna ask Tank to fight Scooter Davis, right? Because if don't stop at Shakur and Keyshawn, don't stop there. Nah, it's other brothers. It's other brothers in the sport. Y'all just not keeping the same energy, right? We're gonna ask Devin Haney when Amari Jones was over there in DHP. Was we asking them to fight each other or what? Shouldn't they fight? Right? They should fight each other, right? It ain't fake no brothers, right? It ain't fake brothers, right? They should fight each other. Get what I'm saying? Boot should fight Ish, right? The young fighter that he signed. He should fight him. No brothers in boxing. Fight him, right? Or are we only stopping at Keyshawn and Shakur? I'm just trying to figure it out. See how that worked? See how when you apply it all across boxing, you see how it looked? A little different, right? And then it's crazy because out of all the pairs that I just mentioned, there's only one pair that rock with each other at the absolute highest and lowest. And you know that, and it's documented. The rest of them, not so much. These is guys, they fake brothers, right? You know what I'm saying? What about the people that's on the internet? All these fake brothers and sisters we got on the internet. What's up with that, right? I don't stop me being, Boots gonna fight Tamir Smalls. We ask him to fight him or nah? I'm just trying to figure it out. You know what I'm trying to say? We trying to ask brothers to fight each other. We need to see guys lining it up. Next, they're gonna be asking the Grandy twins to fight each other. Y'all should fight each other, man. Ain't no brothers. In Pride, what it do? What makes a bad decision? I have an off night. They get from being the driver of their destiny to being a passenger, observing the power to be in control of their career. Hey, man, in Pride, talk that talk, my guy. Talk that talk. It's a fact. Shout out to all things, man. My guy, what's good? B3 is in the building. What's good, fam? Need you versus Clay Moraine. Clay, my guy. Shout out to Clay. Why you say that? Shout out to my guy Clay Moore, Mike Kirkland, my brother. What's good with it, Mike? How you feeling? So look, like I said, man, it been brothers in boxing since the beginning of time. Yeah, sometimes brothers have put their friendship to the side to go make a bag, and I think when it's a real conversation and it becomes real, I think then you can see how people gonna react. But I think as long as something is just an ideal, I don't think that's enough to get two guys that been with each other through thick and thin to fight each other for the money when they basically like, no, we not putting on no show for y'all, and it's mutual. So I respect it, and we're gonna move on, man. 2 cents, my dog said I'm been with the chat. Now it's all good. Shout out to you, my guy. Let's keep going, man. Andre Dirrell has something to say. He has some things to say about Tank Davis. We're gonna talk about Davis, a spoiled brat. Tank a spoiled brat. I ain't listened to it all yet, so we're gonna listen to it with y'all. We're going to get to it. Let's get to it, y'all. Hit the like button if you in here. I don't care what side you on. Double tap the screen. Sub to the channel. Support the grind. Let's go, man. Let's get to this. Pull up Andre Dirrell. Travis Kelce versus Jason Kelce. I'm telling you, at this point, everybody might as well just fight each other. But that's all I'm saying. I'm just being real when I say that. I mean, everybody. Like, anybody that got a brother across the, you know what I mean? Yeah, y'all all got to fight. You know what I'm saying? And you seen Big Baby Miller, like I say, he actually done that and really came to tears. So I guess he's soft too, right? He being soft as hell. But he telling you, he done met people, kids. He don't want to do bodily harm to somebody where he done met their kids, see the smile on their kids' faces. That shit hit different. That's how I know a lot of people don't have real like friendships because they're so like blown away or confused as to how two people don't want to fight for money that they're not even being offered yet, y'all. Nobody's offered them a single dime to fight each other. And like I said before, it's just an ideal. That's not enough. Y'all better come with that paper. Better come with that scrap. You hear me? That scrap, that paper, that scrap. You dig? Let's get to this, man. Let me pull it up, man. Andre Dirrell. Where is this at? Hold on, yeah. Give me a second. Hit the like. Let's go. Let me get this. You know they're gonna come for Dre. They're gonna come for him. They're gonna come for him. Give me 1 second, y'all. He called Tank a spoiled brat, but let's see why. I think for myself, so I don't know exactly what Andre said, but we're about to find out. All right, let's get it, y'all. Shout out to my brother, man, Mike Kirkland, man. Always support, man, for the grind. Put some color in chat.
Here with Andre Dirrell, is it safe to say that?
All right, man. Shout out to Fight Hype and Ron Goodall, man. Y'all hit the like button. Let's keep building. Appreciate you, Mike. Much love. Let's keep going. Let's see what he had to say, man. I don't know what his exact reasoning was.
We can call this legitimate boxing talk. Would you say that's a fitting name for this?
That's the name for the podcast that's on the way. So absolutely, Ron Goodall. Legitimate boxing talk. That's what I'm all about.
Awesome. Before I get into everything, I know that, after your boxing career, which you've had an amazing amateur background, and and you went in and fought, the top guys, in your era, which fans still debate, on especially that Carl Froch fight.
Right.
So this is almost what I say, like your third chapter, the commentator analysis. What would you say? How would you describe this part after kicking so much ass?
Man, listen, I love the sport of boxing. I'm head over heels for it, as a matter of fact, man. And so I always want to be in tune with it. Now I tried the boxing tutorial thing, but my creativity won't allow
Yeah,
me
that
to.
was another one. Tank Davis versus Truck Simpson. Yeah, while we at it. You see, like when you start to really name stuff, it sound crazy, right? When you just start telling people, yeah, fight this one, fight that one, fight them, fight them. Nah, ain't no brothers, ain't no brothers, ain't no putting nobody on. Nah, fight them all, right? She sounds stupid.
Go past what works, right? So I'm not gonna put down little hoops and rings and cones for you to try it differently, right? I give you my method. I think you should go with that, and you'll learn enough from that. But so because that just kind of, you know, fell to the wayside. You know what I'm saying? I walked in the box. I always saw myself being a commentator, speaking boxing, and now having legitimate boxing talk as my channel. I'll be able to express my ideals and my thoughts and my opinions, you know, how I want to, legitimately. And that's what I want people to stick to and understand. Everything I say, regardless of how brash, how heavy, how light, you know what I'm saying, how articulate, I'm gonna still give you the news you can use. It's gonna come from facts and facts only. That's all I care about in this sport. And a lot of fighters are in that kind of situation, right? So that's where I want to be because I've been in the ring and I know what certain fighters are going through based on what I'm seeing, right? Through my experience. So that's what it's gonna be all about, man. Legitimate box talking.
Steve
This
Barber
chapter
versus Rodney
is
Barber.
one of the
Steve
biggest
Burger
ones. This
versus
is
Steph
going to.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Clark Kent versus Superman. I'm telling you. Next, we're going to be asking David Banner to fight the Incredible Hulk. I'm telling you. Peter Parker fighting Spider-Man. We can just keep it going.
Root my love for
Steph Curry
boxing, and
versus
people
Steph
will get to
Curry. You
really
know what I mean?
understand where I'm coming from and how much I actually love the sport.
You know, when you created your YouTube channel, which I know that it's at Andre.Dirrell,
Yeah.
your ultimate goal is
Shout out to
to
B
not
More.
just
Leonard, what's good,
kick game,
fam?
but also talk about
More, what it do?
modern boxers, right?
Can
Boxers
you
that
see me
are,
still?
yeah.
Okay,
Hold on.
good. Okay.
Real quick, he was joking about that, Jamal, man. He already made it clear he was just talking shit. He was just talking shit.
The phone ringing.
And you gotta think, bro. Everybody's not a boxing historian, right? You might be well aware of how good that guy was back in the day, how good you thought he was. But Shakur, true enough, he only said what some people be saying behind the scenes. Everybody don't think those guys from back in the day was the best fighters ever, right? They'll go off of somebody that they seen. Like, think about it. Think about a fighter that you've seen from maybe the ground up throughout his whole career, as opposed to one that you had to like go research and look up. Think about how it hit. It hit a little different when you're able to watch it from fight one all the way up into current, right? So that's all it is. Some of these guys don't be historians, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he said he was just talking shit. Batman versus Robin. I'm telling you. 704 Joe, what it do, my guy? Let's keep going, man. Hit that like button, y'all. If you
It's
in the
fine. Go
building,
ahead.
hit the like button, sub
Okay.
to the channel.
I think you're frozen for a second. You
Yeah,
can hear
yeah.
me though, right?
Andre Berto Ward is calling me right now.
Oh, okay. If you
I'm
gotta
just.
answer it, you answer it.
Goku versus Kakarot. I'm telling you. Shout out to Ron Goodall, man. He
Just
always
talking to
doing great
Ward.
work.
Telling him I'm leaving, but go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I mean, that's a more
Batman
important
and
call, man.
Robin.
Not
That's a.
really, man. We just be jabber jawing on there, bro. Trust me.
I mean that has to be the most legitimate boxing talk, right? All three,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely. We go in, man. We go in on fighters.
Shador versus Shiloh.
We speak our piece. Drake kind of appears in our mind,
I'm telling
Ward,
you.
right? And want to know our thoughts for his podcast. And we get in the news,
Method
but
Man
then
versus
we
Redman.
always extend it and
He's
just say how we
breaking
feel
up
about certain
rap groups
situations there.
today.
But the conversations are heavy, they're fun, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes funny, man. You know, we'll be on there for hours, man. We'll be sitting on the phone just talking. You know what I'm
Yeah, man,
saying?
y'all hit the
Boxing.
like button. We got over
I
100
mean,
people
I
on
know a lot
both
of people have
sides. Hit the
boxing
like button.
chats and boxing,
Mhm.
text groups,
Run the
but that
likes up,
must
y'all.
be
It's
like
free.
the ultimate, with all you guys in there. I mean, so much game,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely. Especially
Drake
when we're
versus
asking each
Food.
other
You
questions. That
feeling,
way we get
Blade?
it from three perspectives, three great perspectives, man. So I think that's just important, man. It's imperative as well, man, to boxing knowledge because, man, let me tell you like this, man. When it comes to boxers in the sport, right, we don't study it like y'all do we only study our weight class. We only worry about the fighters we got to worry about. Other than that, we turn the TV off. Boxing is really obsolete to us. I didn't care about boxing talk. What fighter was doing another weight class, it was not my concern. I was worried about my next opponent or the ones in line that I could potentially face. So I ain't have a lot of knowledge on who was doing what, who was where, what position, what ranking, pound for pound. Care nothing. We don't care. You know, we got to worry about the lineup that's
Magic
a
versus
threat to
EJ.
us. That's so that's
Dang.
all we usually did. That's what we worried about, man. So now it's different now. So
Well, that's and I guess kind of what I was before you got your call was that your YouTube channel is also going to be instrumental to the fighters that are fighting now, like the current fighters that you said that you didn't really worry about or look at, but now you want to kick game, kick knowledge, share some of your experience, even if they don't take it, but a place where you'll be able to speak directly to these fighters and everyone, right?
the important thing is this: no matter how I say it, when the fighter I'm speaking on sees it, because he will eventually,
Butcher
right?
was
He'll
good
see. I
on.
don't know when, but he'll see it, right? He takes from it. He'll be able to learn from it. I'm learning how to pull back, you know what I'm saying? Say more, you know what I'm saying? Say what's important. As we go, I'm learning, I'm learning this thing. But the important thing is for them to just catch what I'm saying, right? Because here's the thing, I know when you're trying to pull a fast one on me. So all this weight clause and kind of stuff, all of this extra bread, you know what I'm saying? You want to get this amount. I know when you faking the funk, you just trying to find a way out of a situation, you know what I'm saying? Or how you trying to cover up a situation. I see all. And if I'm wrong, then all right, I will admit to being wrong, right? I'll never say more than I have to. I'll never put out more, or I'll never exaggerate it to the point to where it's just like, oh, that dude, man, he heartless, he out cold, because that's not who I am, right? But when you faking the funk,
Cal,
I'm
you
gonna call
stupid.
you out, and that's the thing too, man. So I think it's important for me to show the fans what's really happening in certain situations, man. For instance. And this was always the thing for me, this Tank situation. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate to put him on the forefront, but I'm kind of confused with Tank at this point. Hell of a fighter. He did wonderful things in this career, continuing to exceed expectations, right? But now he's being thrown into the fire. Now fans are calling him out on his funk, right? So the stank on Tank is what I like to say. The stank on Tank is very relevant right now, and he's showing it. He's almost acting like a spoil you brat, right? Tank, he can fight Shakur. He can fight Keyshawn. He can fight any one of these big names out there. But having an excuse for reasons why you not, bro, that's throwing curveballs, bro. And listen, I'm the batter sees every one of those, right? So he gonna know which one to swing at and which ones not to. You ain't getting it past the ones who really know, right? And no matter how hardcore he think he is, man, he faking the funk. And bro, it just starts. It's time to start standing on business, man. You too good, right?
Exactly.
If you happen to have to come across a loss, maybe you'll learn something from it, man. But you need to step in the ring and start taking chances, because at this point, Shakur fought who he needed to fight. Now what's the hold up? You know what I'm saying? I think that's a great matchup. I'd love to see it. The rematch with Roach, bro. We don't got no excuse now. We need to make that fight happen. Why ain't that fight happening next? You know what I'm saying? It's like he finds a reason, and my biggest problem with him finding a reason is his fans back him up, right? They gonna ride for who they ride for. So whatever Tank says, it goes. That just ain't flying, man. It's like you the man. You going through a little criticism. Let it build you. Step in the ring, face one of these cats, man. Well, if you lose, you lose. You still the man, bro. You gonna get your respect. But if he leaves out right now, if he leaves the game, which I feel like he's going to do, if he leaves the game right now, it's gonna be because he's a spoil you brat. But the truth is, he probably is tired of it. He probably is tired of the game. His mental probably is a little messed up, man.
See, that's why I try to let this play through, because I know people wasn't going to agree with his assessment. But Just like anybody, just like me, anybody, we all got these opinions, right? But he still, through his criticism, he's able to identify and highlight how it could be his mental as well. So you know how draining the game could be, but that's just probably his personal feelings, like he being a spoiled brat. I won't say he being a spoiled brat. I mean, but I do think you can become comfortable when you having it your way, when you've been treated a certain way and it's no longer that. And then with the way the game changing, he's spoken on that as well. So it could be a number of things. Mental, to me, if he used to walk away now, it would be more off of his mental than him being spoiled. To me, that's just my personal opinion. I would think it would be a combination of all the things that led up, like the last couple of press conferences, the fallout of the fight. You know what I mean? Just the business changing, right? And him seemingly being turned off by it, right? I would think it would be more of his mental, especially with a guy talking about therapy and getting away for a while, being by himself. I would think it was that before I would say he being spoiled. But I get it. Dre, as a fighter, he's just being a little tougher on him. That's all.
And just due to life, on top of dealing with the people of boxing. But the truth is, he probably is tired of it. He probably is tired of the game. His mental probably is a little messed up, man, just due to life, on top of dealing with the people of boxing. Everybody has a voice now. You could have been just a common fan, but when YouTube came around, now you're a fan who can express your and now you're an analyst, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody is going against popular opinion or a fighter who really can't stand criticism, which I'm assuming that this is what it is, then I lost train of thought, but it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? All I want from Tank is just to stand on who he is, which is an undefeated world champion, a dangerous, vicious, mean opposition, man. So stand on that. Get in the ring with these cats, man, and end your career in notable fashion.
Well, what do you think about, because this
that's not too bad when he get to saying what he's saying, because he only saying what we all been saying. He just want to see the fights, and I think part of wanting to see it, knowing what this guy is capable of, because you watched him through the years, so you got this notion that he can compete in any of these fights. You just want to see him want the same things for himself, right? But like he alluded to, you just never know when it's enough, right? And mentally, when you done and when you tired, when you need a break. But hopefully, I said this before, maybe the Lamont Roach fight being a draw and then the rematch not happening and then the Jake Paul fight not happening could have lit a fire, because shout out to Sean Zeitel, he did say he heard he back in the gym, refocused, which could be a good thing, man. Now maybe he's sitting back listening to all the stuff that people saying and he gonna go prove some people wrong. We don't know. I'm hearing little talks about a possible Pitbull Cruz rematch. I seen somebody throw out O'Shaquie Foster out there as a potential opponent. I don't see that happening, but you'll see. You just never know. Boxing is full of surprises and twists and turns, so you just never know what they're going to give us and when they're going to give it to us, man. But let's keep going.
Rumors and talks that potentially he was looking at the winner of Lamont and Pitbull, and obviously that fight ended in a draw. So he kind of uttered a little bit on Twitter that
He was
maybe
talking.
Cruz,
He was talking crazy. He started talking crazy.
But he said maybe he was saying maybe like a Pitbull Cruz fight, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if do you like
he
that?
already beat Pitbull Cruz. And then Pitbull was just really exposed again. Pitbull is gonna go for a good 6 rounds, and then he starts to fade. Right? So we see the silver lining for Tank there if he decides to go there. We know why he wants to go there. Thing is, he hasn't figured out Lamont Roach yet. Right? So this is why he's avoiding Lamont Roach. It's like, this is what he said, literally. Man, y'all only want me to fight him because y'all want me to lose. So what are you essentially saying then? You gonna lose if you fight him? That's what you telling us. See, they ain't gonna get by. They ain't gonna fly with me. But the thing is, I love watching this dude fight. I love his mentality. But I'm wondering now if he faking the funk. You know what I'm saying? Be who you supposed to be, man. Get in the ring and stand on business, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't saying you're gonna lose. What did you learn? We want to know how you come back off of this. And you might lose, but you not fighting us, telling us that you think you're gonna lose. So maybe you can't beat Lamont Roach. So just say that then.
Man, interesting, man. Strong words from Andre Dirrell. Shout out to him, man. But look, man, everybody got their thoughts, how they see things, man. Shout out to Fight Hype one more time. Shout out to Ron Goodall, man, for the video. But yeah, Dirrell was speaking some truths in there. Probably some harsh truths depending on what side of the coin you on or you know what I mean? But man, you know, I expect fighters to be tough on other fighters, and that's how I look at it. I don't think that was a personal like attack. This thing, you being a spoiled brat. I've heard way worse shit said about Tank. So to me, if this piece was sitting around like dissing him and tearing him down, he would have said a lot more than that. Nah, he didn't. He didn't go there. He just like, bro, this dude is bad. You know what I'm saying? Go stand on business. Be the guy that you are. You know, the vicious puncher. Like you a bad dude, basically. Like fight these guys. I know you could fight. You could win. You could lose, but you could win these fights too. But just fight them. We gonna respect it. Win, lose, or draw. We just want to see you win the fights, and that's all. You know what I'm saying? I get it. People like, I call him a baby or being a crybaby or whatever the case. You know what I mean? He could be a little, you know, frustrated. Think about it. When you've been treated a certain way for so long and this shit changed, would you have an issue with it too? I mean, after all, it ain't like you don't fulfill your end of the bargain. You always win, right? So then there's that, you know? I'm brutally honest with no hate. It wasn't no hate. That wasn't no hate. You know what I mean? Shout out to Ali. What's good with it, fam? Shout out to you. Yeah, and for what it's worth, for conversation purposes, for anybody that didn't hear me, shout out to Sean Zytel. He was over there kicking it with Najee on Cigar Talk. He said he heard that Tank is back in the gym, focused, locking in. So that's a good thing. And maybe he could be returning soon. So like I said, man, if you went too far to the left or the right, whichever direction you went, like with the criticism of Tank ever since the Lamont Rose situation, the Jake Paul thing, I don't know. If he pop back on the scene, you're going to have to walk some of that shit back. Me, I'm very consistent. I support him, win, lose, or draw. Wish him the best. Do I wish to see him come back? Hell yeah, and prove some people wrong and make some of these fights because it's going to get fun. You know what I'm saying? He's still young enough, still in his prime. He can make any of these fights. It's just a matter of prioritizing them and if he really want them, right? It's different levels and tiers to being great. You get me? It's different conversations that's gonna hold you in a different light when it comes to being great. And I think, you know, when it comes to speaking about guys that made it from where he made it from, that he gonna check all of those boxes. But maybe when you start, like I said, on numerous occasions, when you start talking about the best fighters ever, maybe he won't be on them lists or in them conversations. But I think the end of everything, he's had a super successful career. Very, you know what I'm saying? Made a lot of money. He had impact. How much of an impact he's going to make when it's all said and done, it remains to be seen. But I don't think the Lamont Roach fight is the last we're going to see at Tank. I think we'll see him again. It'll probably be on his terms. So we'll sit back and see. We'll find out. I think it's really avoiding Lamont. Excuses that Lamont has a draw against Pitbull, so he'll deserve to fight Tank. Shit, that should have fall by the wayside if he go fight the guy that he did had a draw with. So to me, it's like he had a draw with both of y'all. He ain't losing neither one of y'all, so he definitely deserved a rematch. But yeah, Lamont could be pesky, man. That could be a pesky fight. Tired of them training camps, fighting the bigger dudes. That's what some of the talk was for the fight for Jake Paul. Sparring with them bigger guys, not really wanting to do that shit no more. Remember he said he's something about not sparring with bigger guys in one of the interviews too. Because you want to preserve yourself. Like you don't want to put all the unnecessary wear and tear on your body. You know what I'm saying? Then you can't get back right when it's time. You know what I'm saying? You can't get right when it's time to get right. No good. Let's keep going, man. I got something else that I'm gonna play, man. Said Lamont boy Gary Russell Jr. Lamont, I don't think Lamont avoiding nobody. I think him fighting Tank, being willing to rematch him, and then being willing to fight a Shakur. I don't think Lamont avoid nobody. I think it's just a matter of the opportunity. Which opportunity gonna present itself first? You get what I'm saying? If you Lamont Roach. right? Of course, you got to heal that hand and see what the next best move is. Pitbull was kind of talking like he don't want to rematch him or nothing. So, nah, man. To me, I think people prioritize. Like, think about it. If I've done something once already, like, I didn't lose to that guy. I don't have to fight him again. But for the public, they want it again. So it'll come down to if Tank want to give the fans something that they want to see, or do he want to do what he gonna do? And the way he been talking, I wouldn't be surprised if he do what's best for him or what he want to do. He said Tank don't love it. I wouldn't be surprised if he did. It ain't been seeming like it lately. Standoffish, even the way he was looking at Jake Paul standing facing off with him, he was just looking at him like, look at this big goofy dude. You know what I'm saying? Gary Jr., OT looking bad in the city. James talk, Tank avoid Russell Jr. too. Yeah, but Gary, Lamont not avoiding nobody. He just fought one of the most dangerous fighters that he could fight in Tank. The fact of the matter is, we be putting together fights that the business of boxing not putting together, man. They know Lamont Roach ain't ducking no Gary. They know that. They know that these dudes ain't scared to fight. They grew up in or around each other, competition level. They all know what's up with each other for real. They really do. They all know what's up. Like I said, I don't think nobody's scared of nobody. Easy work boxing with it, dudes. Tank is a duck. I think Tank is a guy that had his career guided by one of the biggest names in the sport in Floyd Mayweather. I think he learned some game. I think he's set apart from him, and he picked up where he left off. It's not over, yo. His chapter not over. Let's see. We'll see. I ain't gonna write him off yet. I don't know what he's gonna give us, but right now, he gotta get back in the mix first. But we'll see. I just think it's deeper than ducking when you at that top. When you at that top level where he operating at, and behind the hands and tell you, just like any other fighter would, at the pinnacle of the sport, it's a business more than it's a sport. It's a business, and that's the best way to describe Tank in his situation without trying to overly explain it, try to justify any decision he made. It's a business at that level, and you can tell just by the selection of opponents, the timing of opponents. Is businesses. Like they gonna make that bag, bro. They gonna make that bag. Think about it. If you was investing in a Tank Davis business, man, you gonna make sure that train is on the track, running full steam as long as you can without doing anything foolish to risk it all and mess it up. You get what I'm saying? So if Floyd would have ran back off the draw, absolutely though. Absolutely. I think so too. And that's why I say he kind of let people down a bit by not delivering a rematch. But like I said, I just know situations change, people change their mind. And it's like, bro, I fought him once. To hell with him. I ain't fighting him again. I get it. But I also get anybody saying, like, bro, you got to fight. I get it. I swear I do. I promise you I get it. Promise you I do. But we going to see, man. We'll see. Let's keep going, though, man. We got to get to Hitchins, man. Hitchins has some words for Keyshawn. Shout out to the homie YSM Sports, man. He did an interview over there with Richardson Hitchins, man, and he gave some words about Keyshawn. He got a warning for Keyshawn. He got a message for Keyshawn. Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn Davis, where you at? Hitchins is on your helmet. Hitchins is on time, man. I said, okay, Hitch. You want that smoke with Keyshawn? That'd be a fun fight if it could happen. And the Castillo, Mayorga wasn't big names.
We expect January 31st.
Sharp, extremely sharp, extremely
Shout out to YSM.
and very little mistakes.
Okay. All right, so I already got to ask you. The viral back and forth, you and Keyshawn Davis, it was a fight that looked like that we might get, but it's a fight that looked like we won't get later.
Right.
What'd you think of y'all interaction?
I felt like, he came up to me and
started talking, and I just was, I just matched energy, and my energy, I just gave him the energy that I was feeling. Like I said, it's a fight that I definitely want in the future. It's a big fight. I believe it's a huge fight. The money that I wanted, they wasn't trying to bring to the table. The money that he wanted, that I heard, they wasn't trying to bring to the table. And I feel like the numbers we was asking for was really chump change for the type of fight it could be. He's not even a champion yet, and I feel like if he do go out there and if he do get a title and it could be a unification fight, it'll bring that much more money to the table. The way it's looking right now with the way the chessboard is looking and the playing field, the playing field is looking. Shakur will go up there and fight Teofimo. If everything happens and Shakur is successful, Shakur will vacate the 140 belt, and I think Tito McCarter will be the next guy in line for the WBO belt. And I think Keyshawn is #1 or something for the WBO belt. So maybe them two could match up, and after that, me and Keyshawn could go out there and unify in 2026.
Man, I ain't mad at that. That sounds like a good plan, man. A perfect world. But main thing I think for Keyshawn is just getting back in the swing of things. And I'm telling you, hey, Blaze, that's something that we don't consider at all when we be saying who we want to see guys fight. We expect guys to go say, yeah, I'm going to just go fight the most dangerous guy every time. Now, dudes be saying what fight that they can make that makes sense, makes dollars, and it keeps the gravy train rolling, right? And I think along with those fights, every now and then you're going to get a risky one. You're going to get a dangerous fight. You're going to get a 50-50, type fight. But for the most part, dudes are trying to navigate their careers, put themselves in position to continue to get wins. It's not just about fighting the most dangerous guys. It's about making the best move for you at that time. And it's not always in the best interest of the fighter to go after the most dangerous guy, depending on the timing or availability of said opponent, right? So shit just got to make sense. And at that, again, man, when you playing with that kind of money, man, it's a lot of shit that got to go right to get these cards and these fights over the hump. You see how quick Keyshawn and Hitchins fight wasn't a thing because of guys can't get the money that they're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Dudes know that that's a risky fight early, so they're going to want to be compensated for it. Shout out to Lewis, man. Mikado versus Keyshawn, that'd be a good one. That'd be a good one. You already know, Blaze. Let's keep going, man.
Is that when we talk about with the business of boxing, that fight makes more sense for it to be a unification?
Yeah, it brings that much more money for it to be a unification. He's been out the ring for a minute. I think he's been out the ring for now almost a year.
Yeah.
So coming.
Gotta keep them lights rolling. Gotta keep the lights on. Gotta keep the money rolling. And like I said, it's so much. It's a real conversation. Surface level shit is just thinking everybody's scared and ducking. But a lot of this shit is trying to establish longevity in the sport where your prime years are not that long. Your window is not that long. So when you win it, you want to preserve some of your prime years to a degree. You want to take fights that might not be the toughest on you, but that's going to make you money, grow your profile a bit, move you to that next level, bump you up, just the notch, that next notch. And I'm just realizing that more and more as I continue to watch it and listen. Everything is not always about being scared and not wanting to take challenges, but they know these challenges are risky and dangerous. And if they lose, then you get set back in a way that you might not be prepared for mentally after you done put all the work you done put in. So I get it, man. They work so hard just for one night of work. Think about how much training go into one fight, let alone you done won 20 plus straight. Now you're telling me to go out, risk it all, and then I lose it all. Now I'm all the way back to square one after putting in all that work. It could be pretty frustrating and damaging. And again, you talking about a sport where you can't play it and your prime years don't last that long. That window is a very short one. So you just got to capitalize when you're inside of that prime. You got to capitalize on it, preserve it, and maximize your opportunities. And I think that's what this is about. Like him fighting Kambosos, that's maximizing opportunities, right? That's a guy that's fought the Lomachenkos. He beat a Teofimo. That's a good name to put on the resume, especially if I stop him the way I did, right? He got a little fan base of his own, keeps the train moving, gets me paid, a notable name on the resume, and then I get to move on to the next guy. It's all about making it make sense so this fighter can have shelf life. Like, think about it. If everybody was just fighting the best, And no in-between fights, no builder fights, no, none of this type of stuff, no maturation fights, man. Boxing, all these dudes would be burnt out and they'd be retired in no time fighting each other. That's what I believe. So I think these in-between fights serve a purpose and a place in the sport of boxing, bro. You just got to understand it and see it for what it is. And it's all about the fighter that you're speaking on. Richardson Hitchins is a phenomenal boxer to me. I have no reason to believe that he's scared to fight somebody. Like, do he probably weigh his options like any other fighter to see what make more sense for him to do versus, any other move? Yes. But I don't get a scary guy. When I look at Keyshawn, I don't see scary. When I look at, the Frank Martins, the Tank Davis, Shakurs, the Devins, I don't see scary. I see smart. I see skillful. I see talent. I see some of the best fighters in the world with these guys that we talk about. But with them, it just goes to show you situations and things have to make sense. The reason you won't be getting a Keyshawn or Richardson Hitchins, they saying the money that they're asking for was too much right now. So maybe with belts on the line, they both established with belts. Maybe that money they're asking for ain't too much after all. See, it's all about business, and people don't be thinking like that. These dudes be wanting these fights, but they be wanting it to make sense. They be wanting, because they know they're asking for a certain amount of money, so they want the magnitude of the event to justify the asking price. So, and I was hearing they wanted around $2.5 million or something to fight each other or whatever. But you figure if that's a unification, maybe that's something that they can get, depending on how to fight. You know what I'm saying? What kind of fight it is. So we'll see. Shout out to Mike Kirkland. Appreciate the love, man. Supporting the grind. Except for always talking the way they move these fighters. Facts, man. Because a lot of this stuff makes sense. Like these dudes would be burnt out if they all move the way the fans say. Yeah, just fight that one, fight that one, fight this, fight that. It's about shelf life, longevity, and it's a marathon, not a sprint. You get what I'm saying? The way we be throwing these dudes in the fire, we be turning it into a sprint, and that crash and burn. This shit is really a marathon. You got to make it make sense, and that's why I'm respecting all of these guys that make the best move possible for yourself. I don't know what that is because I don't got all the answers, but I think that's what all of these guys be doing for real. Locked and loaded was good. Shout out to my brother Mike Kirkland, man. Appreciate the love, homie. Let's get back to it. Let's keep going.
Back, definitely he should go out there.
Backs behind the hands, he do.
Put his stamp and show the 140 division that he arrived, fight a credible league, at least try to get a title. If not, the fight is still a big fight regardless. But definitely with him going, he definitely need to go to 140 and at least show that, show his presence and show he's here.
Is money normally the deciding factor in fights happening or not happening? Because a lot of fans, they have the perception that, this fighter's scared of that fighter.
I mean, it's called prize fighting. So I'm not gonna get tricked out my spot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't gonna let nobody give me less than I know I deserve. You know what I'm saying? If the money that I asked for with Keyshawn, I felt like it was chump change. Keyshawn is a young star. I'm a young star, and the boxing world want to see it. If y'all want to see it so bad, put the money up for it. And it is what it is. There's no ducking. Nah, I don't think it's ducking on his side. I don't think it's ducking. And it's definitely not no ducking on my side. Like I said, the fight will happen. The fight with me and all these guys will happen. But of course, money is a deciding factor. I'm not gonna fight a guy for a certain type of money that I feel like I'm more of. I feel like I deserve more than that, and that's anybody. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford wouldn't have fought Canelo if the money wasn't right. You know what I'm saying?
He making a great point.
If the money wasn't right, and it goes on and on. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all get all the fights. Y'all will. The boxing world will get all the fights that they want, but fighters got to make sure when we go out there and risk our lives that we getting compensated and we getting treated fairly.
You see, he's speaking like a real one. That's the side they don't really want to have these conversations. They like, because we quick to tell a guy what they ain't worth. You ain't worth this. You ain't worth that. We don't know what they worth, what they negotiating, but fights got to make sense, man. Dude said a long time ago, man, it got to make sense on both sides or fights don't get made. These dudes feel like, look, but the only thing is with Hitchins, I think if Keyshawn was a more established pro, then maybe the money they'd be asking for might be justified. I think Keyshawn need a couple more fights, reestablish himself establish himself back in the game at 140, be a player there, then revisit that situation, and they probably both could get paid. But it's always about the business, bro. And are you listening to this man speak? Do he sound like a guy that's just scary? You know what I'm saying? He's scary, like, bro, that business got to make sense. You heard what he said. It ain't no ducking on neither side. It's business, bro. We got to get paid. Like, we feel like we worth this much. And if it's a discrepancy, if you feel like, oh, yo, we not getting what we feel like we worth, then we don't take the fight. We just keep building, and then we revisit that later. I don't see the harm in that. But we be overly critical of these guys that's trying to get paid, like I said, in a sport that you can't play, that take physically years off your life, right? That is no tomorrows in boxing. There's no guarantees in boxing. It's a dirty game. It just goes on and on. So each opportunity you have to maximize. There are prize fighters, and they want to get paid accordingly, bro. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if I'm risking my health, I want to get paid as much as I can too. And I damn sure ain't listening to no YouTuber or nobody in the crowd telling me how much I'm worth based on a damn Google search that you did, right? You're going to try to get paid, man. This blood, sweat, and tears is the hurt business, right? Like I said, people walk up out of there never the same. So, yeah, every turn, every opportunity, you got to maximize.
The evolution of Richardson.
Shout out to my bro, the Butcher, man. Appreciate the love, man. He said support the grind. Appreciate
it's not just as a fighter, but just as a man and as a businessman. Understand.
Top guys should fight 4 times a year, even if 2 of them average level opponents. That's not really ideal for them to fight 4 times a year, especially if you're talking about top guys. Like, fighters will tell you themselves, because again, you're fighting top competition. Get what I'm saying? You're probably not gonna make it in there 4 times a year. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 3, and that'd be a stretch. But I'm hearing guys lobbying for fighting 2 times a year, especially when you at that elite level or the top level. You get what I'm saying? Think about it. Terrence Crawford been fighting championship fights since 2014. All the way up until now. His whole entire welterweight run was all championship fights, all knockouts. Shit is crazy when you think about it. Like, these dudes be putting in a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you will see a guy like Crawford fight once or twice a year. That's why, because he at the highest level. And it's about preserving your body the older you get. You know what I'm saying? You're not that same spring chicken, so you can't just go out there 3-4 times a year. It's not ideal. Like, you'll hear directly from fighters. I spoke to enough fighters. Dudes be talking 2 times a year, 3 times a year. It'd be a stretch, and an ideal perfect year 3 times. But for the most part, especially if you're at that top level, 2 meaningful fights, you get you some meaningful fights in. You ain't looking to fight 3-4 times unless you in that prospect stage where you still building yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not likely that. Like, think about it. Name me any top guy that you see fight 4 times a year. Name me one. Name me one.
Of course,
Top guy that's fighting
like I
4
said,
times a year.
I took fights in the past that I wasn't.
And think about how much they get paid too.
That I've gotten.
So how much they get paid also impacts how often you see these guys too. So think about some of these guys that demand that big payday, that big bag, that purse, right? You will see them a little less than what you used to seeing too. They really what it was people knew what Terrence Crawford talent was. They try to hate him out the sport. They try to, I don't want to say use the word blackball, but they try to banish him, like do away with him. And his skills and talent superseded all the narratives, all the rhetoric, all the slander, all of that stuff throughout the years. And Terrence Crawford's still at the top of his game.
And that was all to get to the position that, to one day be able to demand certain type of money.
Never elevated. Talk about it.
Like I said, the more I keep winning, the more I keep stamping my name and showing the boxing world that I'm somebody that y'all gotta, y'all gotta call for and want to see. It's gonna happen.
What does that fight look like?
Because I gotta go to that. Sorry about that. I'm gonna go to the one show.
Yeah.
All right, Lenny. What does that fight look like? Because you referenced the sparring and you referenced the success you had in the sparring. So is with Keyshawn.
Yeah.
So is that what you expect, or do you expect something different?
Nah, it's a whole different fight. I'm a way different type of fighter. We sparred. Last time we sparred was probably 2019, and I sparred in probably like a few rounds, just playing defense, moving around and stuff. I think he think I'm the same fight. He's saying, oh, he's better. He's gonna knock me out. When I fight that kid, I'm gonna beat the shit out that kid. And he could talk like he's tough. He could talk like he's this and that. I know what I am. I know what I got in me. I know the fire that I got in me. I know how hungry I am, how tough I am, and he's going to feel his presence. And I told him to his face, he could get it, and his brother could get it. But his brother already suffered a loss to, Philly's own, not all bright, you know what I'm saying? Cleaned them up, and I think that was in Virginia, right? Went over there, cleaned them up.
Shout out to Lewis.
You know what I'm saying? Now them boys, they ain't allowed in Philly no more.
Do you think it was a mistake?
Shit. Look, him and Keyshawn would be a great fight whenever it happened. They two truly skillful guys. Keyshawn got that bit of a mean streak in him that a lot of fighters don't have. Like you can't get this stuck on it. I'll give you something else. Give me a second. You know what I mean? He got that shit that some people say you can't teach. You know what I mean? Grayson with a Duke fan. Z was good. So look, he's saying the things that he's supposed to say. He's gonna beat Keyshawn ass when they fight. Told him his brother could get it too. Look, Hitchins is a phenomenal boxer, very skillful guy. Not going to be easy for nobody to beat because he knows his way around the boxing ring. He know what he's doing in there. And he know what he's capable of. He understands himself and what he brings to the table as a fighter, as a competitor. That only makes him even better overall to me. I like Hitchins, man. Like, a lot of times we get mad at these fighters for speaking how the contemporary is going to speak about them when asked, right? He only saying what he's supposed to say, man. You know what I mean? Him and Keyshawn Davis will be a great fight. That's them 50-50 type matchups that we look forward to. You got this guy, a pure boxer, long-ass arms. You got a boxer puncher in Keyshawn with that temperament. You got that switch. Man, it'll be a great fight. Contrasting styles, man. I think they'll mesh good. It'll be a hell of a chess match.
That attempting to fight you, you're all 4-year, moving up to 140. Do you think that would have been a mistake if they would have made that fight?
Nah, it ain't no mistake. He believe in himself. But ain't no mistake. He's still young. A year ain't that long out the ring. He's still in the gym. He's sparring Shakur. He's sparring Terrence Crawford. So he's still sharp.
Give me a prediction, officially. You say you beat the shit out of him. Is it a decision? Is it a stoppage? What?
I don't know, man. I know I'm gonna come out victorious. I know I just know I'm the better fighter. Not just boxing, I'm the better fighter. So, yeah.
Happen next year.
You say you're better.
Next year.
I know some people. Some people would probably argue that about him being a better fighter than Keyshawn because of the temperament of both fighters. Hitchins is more of the boxer, defense first, safety first. Keyshawn Davis, while maintaining his defensive responsibility, he's aggressive. He know how to go through the gears. He know when to turn it up, and he know how to go get you. It's a really good fight if it happens, bro. I know both guys supposed to feel exactly how they feel. He's supposed to feel like he's going to beat Keyshawn. Keyshawn's supposed to feel like he's going to beat him. Man, Keyshawn got that little bit of it to him, man. That little bit of to him, man. Hitchins is a guy that gets slept on because he's not some big puncher, but he's a phenomenal boxer, world class, very skillful guy. Hell of a jab, right hand, good body shots. Always in position, good balance, footwork. It's a lot that these guys both can do. It's not a lot that either guy can't do in the ring. It's just a matter of what level can they do it at against one another. And that's what makes the fight intriguing and worth watching. So hopefully there's something that happens at 140 or 47. Either or, I'm all in.
It's the first quarter this year. It's what of my life we ain't fighting. Because the numbers ain't, you didn't ask for, you didn't get your numbers, I ain't get my numbers. You don't know what I got. I'm saying, man. Gang. We doing it. You see how you trying to talk for me like I'm some. Slow down, gang. So why is all this coming out? People believe it. I ain't tweet shit, gang. You asked me. You deny everything. You saying, oh, you didn't. Delisandro didn't want to fight. I'm here. You wanted to fight. You got your numbers. Then I'm here. You didn't get your numbers. No, I said you ain't know what I got. That's what I said. Your man right here.
Just come for a little bit of security.
You gonna make it happen though? 2026. 2026. He talking about first quarter 2026. I'm like, well, what the fuck happened?
Sir Senior would have do my guy.
You the champ. You the champ. You want to happen. You the champ. Make it happen. Win.
You're not temper though. Having a temper in boxing can get you beat up. I said temperament. Keyshawn's temperament. Like he want to beat you up. He want to put hands on you, right? He don't pussyfoot when he get in there. He get in there and he try to hurt you. You know what I mean? But he do it in a very strategic, surgical way. He's very smart. His approach to the game, like I say, he take his time. He patient, really good eyes, reflexes, defensively responsible. He got a lot of tools in that bag, man. He can get busy. That's why I say this is one of the fights. Yeah, may the best man win is one of them fights where it's like That boxing wins when we get guys of this caliber of fighters fighting each other. The only thing Keyshawn is lacking is more fights, but he already showed you about 13 fights that he's on his level. Already shown you that he could be world champion. You know what I mean? Very early. You know what I mean? First opportunity, made the most of it. So can't wait to see him pick up at where he left off at 40.
No, win next year. It don't matter when I'm available. I gotta fight. I gotta fight.
Oh, no, it's not. Hold on. February.
I'll say this.
Do you want to make it happen, though?
I'll say this.
Ask me, do you want to make it happen?
There were talks about this fight for January 31st. This is a big fight, big money fight that can stand on its own. But, you know,
that's respect.
Hitchins is looking a bit big. He looks. He might be too big for you at one point.
He want me to get all hype. You little. I'm not that no more. I ain't that no more. I ain't that no more. It's gonna sell itself.
He might be a bit big for you.
And he said, well, you know what he said? He said,
Yeah, I truly think though, if they'd have got their money, I think they would have fought each other, bro. And it's the interesting thing about this situation is both guys wanted money and neither guys was really able to get it. Because that's what Richardson was saying. Yo, I ain't get my numbers, you ain't get your numbers. Like, we ain't get what we was asking for. So that's why the fight didn't happen. It wasn't us being scared of each other and not like that.
Come my hometown. I said that. I said I'll come over there. 100%. Because he know I'm going to sell out. It's just going to sell out. It's celebrities and everybody going to be there.
We'll do it in New York. We'll do it in New York.
You got a name, bro. But I saw.
Keyshawn has shown the ability to be able to sell in Norfolk. He definitely did. He brought him out, so he definitely showed that.
Limos. It don't matter off of me. He came off fighting me. People thought he beat me. My fault. Can you get that? No, hold up. This your speak, eh? Hold up. People don't. He sold out when people thought he beat me. You gotta remember that, right? That's why. So it's all because of you. Of course. My name has to do with it. Bro, you know I went to the nobody ever knew. You know, I went to the Olympics. I traveled all the world. No, listen. I came into the professional game with a fan base. So why Andy Cruz ain't selling out? Who the fuck beat you 3 times? Bro, that's Andy. That ain't me. Why you bringing up the Olympics? That ain't me. I'm talking about my fan base. Of how I sell. That's why. Olympics don't mean nothing. How I sell. I came in here with a fan base.
Who cares?
No, it can't kill.
How does the fight play out?
I'm knocking him out. Imagine that. I was beating you up since you was a kid.
Whoa. I didn't know about that.
I told you this.
What happened as a kid?
Yeah. First time I sparred Keyshawn, I told Shakur, he's a little pup. We sparred, beat him up and might read him.
They funny as hell, bro.
Keyshawn, respond.
Keyshawn, true? Yeah, it's true. He been whipping my ass since a little kid. I'm saying. Yeah, that's true. And then after you came up and started beating me up, right? That's what you said. Let me tell you what it is.
Nobody want to go to no
folk. Coming to Alexandria, started training with me and Shakur. What happened? You remember that? What? Remember how every time we used to spar? Bro, I sparred you like twice.
I think it'd be dope though, Jay, because he at least shown the ability to draw a crowd there, Keyshawn, and be able to sell out. You don't know. It's a little bit of an unknown with Hitchins, right? I mean, he's supposed to be from Newark. I would love to see him get some type of homecoming fight and see if the people come out and support him, man. Because I hear they rock with Africa out there in the city, man. So I definitely rock with him. I feel like if you got a fighter that represents this city and you putting on, you should get behind him. So, yeah, people that Norfolk definitely got behind Keyshawn Davis in a big way. So he got some ground to make up for, man. He got a lot of people rocking with him and depending on him, man. That you paid being stagnant doesn't. Yeah, true, Marco. True.
Every time we used to spar, I used to talk friendly.
We was friends. We were near Virginia, right?
I used to talk shit to him. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck you up today. We was friends. We was friendly talk. But I used to push up on you like that. And then when we used to spar, who always be in your corner? Your best friend, Shakur. Africa, get on his ass. Get on. Don't worry about him talking to you. Why the fuck every time we spar, Shakur gotta hype you up, man? Yo, another question. Yo, why you said I was scared to spar you? If I'm sparring, he ain't denied that shit though. No, one thing he denied though. I'm letting you talk. I'm letting you talk. But he been fucking me up his spar though. Deny what? You dumb. Keyshawn beating me up. I never said I beat you up. No, he said I never said that. He said no. This is why I'm saying facts. He's saying some bullshit. When I was sparring Shakur at Endless, and Shakur's better than him. So why the fuck would I have to? Shakur would have to hype me up to spar a guy he's better than him. I'm sparring Shakur at Endless round. That makes sense. So I was scared to spar you. You was like hurting me or something. I never said you was scared. But you said Shakur had to amp me up. You said Shakur had to be like, yo, get in the ring with the people. Bro, I'm gonna say it again. That's what you said. I'm saying right now is facts. But I'm saying why did Shakur? Well,
That's
why did
what-
Shakur have the
You gotta go and ask Shakur.
But what was you doing to me? That made me so hesitant.
What the fuck was I doing to you?
I don't know.
Come on,
Not
set this up.
again.
Like, hey, at the end of the day, we gonna fight next year, right? Because he's the champ. Because he's the champ.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna come out there and get his motherfucking belt.
New York.
Next year, y'all want me to come back?
New York.
Yes, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna take your belt because you know you're not better than me.
You're gonna get fucked up. And you can't take a punch. I promise you can't take a punch.
And I know somebody you really scared of.
Who?
You really scared of.
Who?
It don't matter. Hey, next year,
Okay,
2026,
who?
I'm
Tell
fucking your
me.
boy up. Hey, And we fighting in Norfolk.
You
No,
said-
he
you
said-
said-
no. He said, look, we fighting in Norfolk. We fighting in Norfolk.
I'm gonna smoke him, bro. Limos hurt you.
Limos hurt you.
Limos
Limos hurt you.
Wait.
Limos hurt you. I never got hurt.
I never got hurt. I never been down
I
hurt
see.
in my
I
life.
got it.
You've been hurt.
Limos
You've
hurt
been
him.
down. You've been
Limos
down
hurt
in
this
sparring.
nigga.
You've been down in
That
sparring.
nigga literally did.
I've never been down in a sparring match.
He-
Yo, I've never been down in a sparring match.
never
You've
hurt
been
you?
down in a sparring match.
He never hurt
Ain't got
you?
No shit.
Hold on.
When a nigga touch you with them 8 ounces, I promise you that smile gonna wipe over your face.
Africa, he
That
never
shit
hurt
gets
you?
serious. Who hurt me?
He never hurt you?
I've never been hurt. I've never been hurt in my life.
been hurt.
Ever. 16, 8, none. I've never been dropped.
Never.
I've never been dropped ever in my life. I've never been dropped. Can he say the same?
Facts.
Ask Keyshawn, have you ever been dropped?
Keyshawn, have you been dropped?
Ask him. I'm gonna leave it alone like that. Have you been dropped?
Yeah, I've been dropped.
Okay,
man.
now he
I've been
don't know.
dropped.
Now he trying to-
I done got back up.
Now he's
Now I'm
trying to-
here again. We're gonna fight in Norfolk. Okay, but against your bum ass.
Okay.
Okay, so we agree to March. Is the March happening in March?
Nah, I can't agree, Mark.
I'm serious.
I'm gonna fuck you up. I promise you my life you ain't
I'm
fucking
gonna
me
fuck you
up,
up. That's
nigga.
personal, nigga.
Let's do it, nigga. Let's do it, nigga. Let's do it, nigga. Let's do it.
Oh, that side shit don't mean that.
You know I talk that shit back. You know what I'm out. I know I can back it up. You know I can fight. I promise my life I'm better than everybody before. Yeah.
He probably is.
I like these face-to-face interactions. You need more of these, man.
You shining nigga in the boxing ring.
You shining, champ.
This fight gonna be big.
You shining, champ. You shining.
Real big.
You shining, champ. With your Carhartt, your Tim's on. You shining, champ. Okay. I know. I'm gonna keep thursday. I'm keep coming with my sweats on, gang.
Come on, let's go.
Shout out to the homie YSM, man. Good shit, man. So that was a good interaction from them, man. Being that we talking Keyshawn, we pull up something else where he talked about potentially going from going to 47. We pull it up. Shout out to my dog Cal, man. We gonna pull it up.
For 2026, you know.
2026 February, man. We got something planned in February for sure.
Okay. Is it gonna be international or is it gonna be like state local?
It's gonna be out the country.
Okay. That's the bet, man. Despite everything that you've been through, what was probably some of the key things that you learned that you will be able to take into the new year? New weight class, new camp. You know, so what are some things that you learned that you would like to share?
What is the new year? I'm actually looking at a different weight class. I'm actually looking at 147.
Oh, so you just skipping? You just gonna jump up too? Okay.
So yeah, man, look, you can see Keyshawn at welterweight. Potentially, man. I wouldn't be surprised if I say, man, all that demanding him to fight Shakur, you don't even know. You know what I mean? How long he gonna be there for that to even be a real thing? So, look, you know what I mean? I like you say he gave Chris Colbert vibes. I like Africa. He a real one, man. I just think, like he explained it, I think that what they wasn't able to do is come to the agreement terms of the money. Neither guy was able to get the money they was asking for. So they saying both guys priced themselves out, but maybe it's just premature for them to be asking for that money without it being a proper unification or something like that. So maybe with the right win or something, they could build up to, you know, making that fight and getting the money that they was both asking for. But we'll see. Keyshawn at 147 is very interesting, bro. Things could get fun to see Keyshawn up there at welterweight, man. Man, that's something, bro. That is something. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you. That is something. That's let's see. Let's see him at 140 first, though. Let's see if we get there. Very likely 147 look light, but it's heavy. I be trying to grab him 140 belt. Then one to welter. Now with Big Cheeto no more. I think he's still with Bo Mac. I think he's still with Bo Mac. At least to my knowledge, he is. You know what I mean? So I don't think he's split from him. Again, he said Key at 147 changes the landscape, especially wearing a weight. Well, yeah, I think he will too, because I already looked at the last weigh-in when he blew the weight. He looked like he was trimmed and ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait to see how he's gonna look up there. Yeah. Do you think everyone is running 47 because they feel 147 is easy pickings? Not so much easy pickings, right? But opportunity may be missed in pride. It's definitely opportunity, and fighters are prize fighters, and they opportunists. You know what I mean? You see something wide open for you to go reign and take over, go do it. I respect the guy that goes over there and tries to take 147 over. You know what I'm saying? But I do think guys feel like the opportunity is there, is open. I mean, it might create a space where they could chase down titles and big fights or meaningful fights. And then I think guys are growing too. I think dudes are growing. They're young, but dudes are growing, and it sounds like guys ain't trying to stop their bodies from growing, right? When it's time to go up, they're going up. And that's what I want to see. I don't want to see nobody being emaciated on the scale to make the weight. Yeah, it's just a lot of talent on either side, man. They just want to compete at their best weight. Yeah, in their prime years. That's what I think too. So it's a matter of guys getting smart too, going fighting where they need to be at. You know what I'm saying? It make more sense for them to go closer to where you ain't got to kill yourself at, right? Where you healthy, where you can get the most out of your body, out of your situation. The comp better at 47. Everybody there should be there for a minute. I think 140 is deeper than 47, though. I think 147 is wide open for the take. I think it's more open than 40. I think 40, if all of those guys got to mixing it up, there's no telling what could happen, right? That's one of those situations, I think. So we'll see, man. We'll see, but Keyshawn Davis and Richardson Hitchins is a good fight at 140 if it could happen in the future. I think people who get behind this, it's a damn good fight. You know what I'm saying? It's a damn good fight. Give me a second. And lastly, man, before we get out of here, I'll play this video. Shout out to KG, Kevin Garcia, the Puerto Rican kid. He did a video. He interviewed Christy Martin. And this is what she had to say about Claressa Shields. So I'm going to play the video. I'm going to get my thoughts on it. T.O. runs 140 until that bad boy from Brick City get there to relieve him of them straps. But let's get into what Christy Martin had to say about Claressa Shields. As y'all know, man, when you're the best, people going to take shots and everybody ain't going to like you. That's just what it is with Claressa. She ain't got to be everybody's cup of tea, but there's no denying who the damn GOAT is, no matter what narrative they come up with. You know,
AKA the Puerto Rican kid. Listen, when I was flying over here, I knew I was thinking to myself, the Puerto Rican kid will be here this week. Welcome.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, so I want to get your thoughts on this. Back in April, you were on a podcast. I forget what podcast. And the hot topic at the time was Claressa calling out Layla. This was before the $15 million thing came out. When you think now, us getting beyond that, what do you think, looking back at that, about that call out? Not so much the call out, you shared your thoughts, but the fact that it got to the point where money was being offered, 15 million was put out there, and it seemed like Layla was put in a position, right, like into a corner of, hey, take this fight. As somebody who, not only fought professionally, fought Layla, pioneered women's boxing, do you think that that was the right way to go about it?
I mean, come on. If you think you're the greatest of all times, why are you calling out a 50-year-old woman that hasn't been in the ring in 10 years or 12? I don't even know how long it's been since Layla fought. Call out the people that fight. Clean up your division now. And you can't look people that haven't even been in the ring in 10 or 12 years and that are, Layla's 50 years old. She has 3 babies. She's doing all kinds of shit. She doesn't need Claressa Shields.
Fair enough. And I know you said that, if they had fought, you obviously favored Layla. Were you hoping was there a little bit inside of you like, come on, Layla, take that fight. Go ahead, prove it.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. And I actually talked to Layla about it. And I thought for a second she was going to do it. But, she decided, I don't know that there was ever, even that she was considering it. I don't know. I didn't have that deep a conversation with her. But, of course I was hoping she would take it and bust her ass.
Yeah. Fair enough. Last question for you on this topic, on Claressa Shields. She recently restated, it's not the first time she said it, but she recently restated on a popular podcast, she could beat Rolando Romero or Keith Thurman. And first, do you think that's true? And could we ever see and I'm sure you know about this, even though you're a very young lady, I'm sure you recall Billie Jean King, Bobby Riggs, the Battle of the Sexes. Is that appropriate in combat sports? Could you ever see something like that? Or would you be in favor? Just sparring, nothing? No,
sparring is one thing. I worked with male sparring partners throughout my career. But to actually have a fight, that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that she would even make that statement. And, what should happen? One of those guys should walk up and knock her the hell out. But they won't happen because they're both gentlemen. That's not going to happen. But she can't knock out women. So why is she talking about she can knock out or beat these guys? These guys are elite. It's not happening. She's struggling to beat second-class women.
Hey, I don't think there's much more to say.
Nope.
But I do appreciate your time, Christy, and I do look forward to catching up with you.
Now, shout out to Christy Martin. She did help pioneer women's boxing and all that shit. Legend in her own right. I don't have no personal smoke with her, but I'm not surprised by her stance and her take against Claressa. Look, I'm no fan of Claressa saying she'll fight men, but to a degree, I understand that that's the competitor in her. That's her competitive nature, her competitive edge that has her say things like that. She really do believe she could beat Rolly and Keith Thurman. I don't like when she talk like that, but as I stated, I get it to a degree. But you're making it seem like Layla is some victim that she just handpicked her out and just start calling out a 50-year-old. That 50-year-old that you're talking about is somebody that took shots at her very early in her career. Despite her trying to say she was supporting her, she entertained it, the thought and the idea of fighting her instead of just telling the world that she wasn't planning on coming out of retirement. She said if they got X amount of money, she would entertain it. That money came about and she didn't accept it, and people justified it. She been out the ring this and that long. Well, she shouldn't have been sticking her nose in active fighter business, and that's what she was doing. She used this situation to push YouTube videos and milked it, and she never really wanted to fight Claressa. And then everybody made it seem like Claressa is somehow a clout chaser when she's the most accomplished female fighter in the history of the sport. She is the clout, literally. The only reason, and I mean this with all due respect to Layla, the only reason she's relevant in any boxing conversation is because they attached her name to the ideal of fighting Claressa Shields. That's not to say Layla didn't hold her own, blaze her own trail way before Claressa was ever even boxing, because she did that. But, everybody had a time. Layla had her time. She retired at the top of her game, undefeated, with a bunch of knockouts as well. She did her thing. But Claressa Shields didn't have close fights. And shout out to my guy behind the hands. Forget Layla Ali fought somebody that was 40-something, almost 50 years old or something like that in her day too. So it's no different than what Claressa Shields is doing. If Layla could fight somebody as old as she did when she fought her, then she could get her ass in there with Claressa Shields. With all due respect to Layla Ali, because we love Layla. I ain't got nothing bad to say, but she didn't have no intent on fighting Claressa, and she took the fans for a ride instead of just letting them know, look, I'm retired, man. I ain't thinking about her. I ain't fighting. So you see all the personal attacks on Claressa. You seen Christy Martin just say one of the guys should walk up to her and knock her the hell out because of her saying she can beat him. That's domestic violence, bro. You ain't say in a boxing ring somebody should beat her ass, give her what she looking for. You said one of those guys should walk up to her and knock her the hell out. I thought that was a little wild. Got to be mindful in today's world what you say. I mean, maybe she didn't mean it in that regard, but still, she confident, bro. And I'm tired of y'all feeling like Claressa got to dim her greatness to make y'all comfortable with her presence. The hell with that. She feel like she the creme de la creme Talk that shit. Because every time I seen her in the ring, she backed it up with everybody. And that's what she going to continue to do. She got the Franchise Cruz rematch on the way. Can't wait to see that. And I hope that Shadeja Green get the opportunity next. Can't wait. But all the attacking on Claressa Shields is nasty work. See how I ain't got to attack Christy Martin to make my point? You know what I mean? I don't think she had to say that a man should walk up to Claressa and knock her the hell out. You know what I'm saying? She did say Rolly was elite. She gave Rolly credit for being elite too. Funny. That's interesting too. Gave Rolly credit for being elite. So it is what it is. I just feel like it's a coordinated attack against Claressa. They don't really too much fancy her. They don't like her energy. They don't like her bold, her outspoken nature. They don't like her arrogance, I guess, if you want to call it that. They don't like the fact that she's not so quote unquote humble for them. I don't give a damn. I don't feel like she got to be humble for nobody. Stand on your square, talk your shit, be who you are. And if they don't like it, so what? Just keep winning, keep being successful, keep standing on all types of business, keep showing the difference between you and everybody else in boxing. You know what I mean? You are the light. You know what I mean? You carry the torch in a real way. I think Christy Martin was a little out of line to say, you know, men should walk up to you and knock you the hell out. But I get it. It's the kind of conversation you subject yourself to when you throw your name in a hat with guys like Rolly Romero and the Keith Thurmans of the world. I think I got the clip. I'm gonna play it for y'all. Let me play it for you. He said Rolly 2 division chat. Big Rolo. He said Big Rolo was what they say? Elite. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cliff. He said we should talk. They were like 3 undisputed shop. Yeah, they act like she gotta dim her greatness down to make people feel good. Yeah, Claressa, you shining too bright today. Chill out. Dim your brightness. You know what I mean? Turn the lights down a little bit. Like, come on, what we doing, bro? Claressa Shields should be appreciated, supported. I get it, man. Maybe she say some things that might not really, hit your ear the right way, but overall, she is a pioneer of the sport, respectively, in today's boxing. She carrying that torch bright. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my baby girl, the Queen Miss Just Do. Got over 120 people in the building. Look, if you vertical, double tap your screen, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit that bell icon, hype the video. We're going to build for a few more minutes before we get up out of here. Shout out to the Queen, Miss Just Do. How you feeling? The irony is that Christy Martin was a victim of domestic abuse. And I know that, and that's crazy behind the hands, and that she would even say that. But, and I know, I'm going to say that, I'm going to try to give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say she didn't mean it that way. But the fact that these people don't like Claressa, they don't even think about the shit that come out their mouth. They just say it. Like, how old was the chick behind the hands that Layla fought back in the day? That was the old female that she fought, and nobody batted an eye. It was completely fine for her to do it. But then, if Claressa do it, then it's a problem. Claressa do it, then it's something wrong with it. Like, you know what I mean? She can't do that. You get me? Says she too angry. Who too angry? Claressa? I don't think Claressa is too angry. I think Claressa is who she is, man. I think she great at what she do. She gonna speak her shit. I think she spent her career fighting against a male-dominated sport, fighting tooth and nail for everything she get. And just because she might say some things that you don't agree with in an interview or whatever, you might not like the way she went about something. We use that as a reason to kind of dim her light, tear her down. And we put a lot of energy into trying to talk about what she is not, but we have very little to back that off of, because inside the boxing ring, she's everything she says she is and then some. And this shit not close. She don't have close fights. Christy Martin also says something that's not true. She says she's struggling with second-class girls. She's not struggling with second-class girls. And it's crazy that you would be quick to call somebody second class. Look, all these people that you try to put over her will be second class to her. All of them. And we being all the way 100, and we keeping it all the way real. She running laps around certain people, man. They're going to take them a long ass time to get to where she at. You get what I'm saying? Some of these people will never reach the pinnacle that she reached. They'll never reach the level that she reached. Respectfully, they just won't. They won't. You get what I'm saying? So it's just sad to see that more people are not in full support of Claressa and what she do. it's sad that we focus more on her relationship and who she laying down with rather than how convincingly she continuing to constantly dominate the competition. I'm not saying she perfect, but shit, who watch boxing to look for anybody to be perfect, right? But she is who she says she is. Her name is her name. She is the GOAT. She stand on business every single time she in the ring. She's so fucking great that they built Savannah Marshall's career off an amateur win that she never should have got. And I'm always going to say that when I speak about Claressa. And I want to let y'all know, let it be known, let the record reflect, right? Without that fake ass loss that she should have never got, without the fake win that Savannah Marshall got as an amateur, Claressa Shields will be an undefeated combat athlete. Can you name me another one of those in the history of the fucking sport? In any combat athlete, undefeated as an amateur and a pro. And if you know, you know. If you've seen that Savannah fight, you know she ain't win. You know it. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's how special she is. That's when you know you're great. When they're able to try to build somebody else's career off a fucking amateur win that you didn't earn. It got to the point where a person can't even tell you Savannah Marshall's best win as a pro, but they can tell you who she beat as an amateur. That should let you know something. Because even the fake win as an amateur over Claressa Shields trumps anything she did as a professional, and that's crazy. And let the record reflect that Savannah Marshall was a whole champion. That my girl Shadeja Green beat and took her belt by the way, but you know, you feel me. So let the record reflect that. That's how special Claressa is. They built somebody's pro career off an amateur win that they never should have gotten. Think about what I'm telling y'all. Imagine how many years fought since Savannah and Claressa fought as amateurs. And then go look at that fight on YouTube when y'all get a chance. And tell me if you think Savannah Marshall really won the fight. Or did they rob Claressa? It's crazy. So, to me, I've always leveled with Claressa Shields in a way that I think the typical boxing fan may not. Where they may be turned off and annoyed by it. I'm like, man, do you? She doing her, bro. And as long as she doing her, I could rock with it. And she ain't gonna be perfect. She ain't everything she say ain't gonna be the best thing to say, right? She ain't trying to be politically correct all the time. But she stand on business, bro. She represents this sport at a very, very high level. And I think it's nasty work to see that more of boxing is not in full support of Claressa Shields. I'm not trying to hear it, bro. Like, I don't want to hear it. That shit is great. And because she may have what people at home deem character flaws, they allow that to be all the reason as to why they don't support her. And I think that's crazy to me. So again, over here we build boxing up. We support the fighters that need to be supported, bro. Claressa Shields is one of them. Shadeja Green is one of them. Yeah, I mean, look, she said it on multiple occasions that she gonna fight Shadeja Green, and ain't no, and it busts and maybe she says she's going to. So I can't wait for that to give her opportunity. Shadeja Green deserve it, and I think low key, I think that's the best fight out there for her. I don't think there's no better fight for her than Shadeja Green. I think it's the best challenge out there outside of the couple rematches like the Franchise Cruz, but I still think Shadeja is a better fight than even that one. But we're going to see. But like I said, bro, I'm in full support of her, man. Christy Martin, she said she spoke her piece, but I know, and then look, it's just words at the end of the day, but you got to be mindful when you put them words out on wax, man. Like, you really said some men should walk up to her and knock her ass out just because she's saying she can beat men. And I get it, but it's like, man, will we, you know what I'm saying? We inciting riots and shit. Like, will we condone the domestic violence, bro? We trying to tell Rolly and Keith Thurman to swing on the GOAT on the one-on-one? On the walk-up? Nah, not on the walk-up, bro. We gonna Peter Roll, Keith Thurman, and Rolly. They put hands on the GOAT. We jumping. Me and everybody in the chat, all 100 and something plus of us, we jumping. You get me? We jumping. We jumping Keith and Big Rolly. You get me? Putting hands on their asses, as a matter of fact. We ain't playing them type of games. Now, look, if you vertical, double tap the screen. Hit that like button, y'all. Let's get the likes up. Hit the like button, family. Hit the like button for your boy. As we wrapping up, man. Shout out to everybody, man. We're going to keep on building, y'all. We're going to keep on building. Man, he said, I always had Anwar stopping Layla. So I'm telling you, man, some say that's why that fight didn't happen, because they know. They know what it was gonna be. They said Layla was gonna get that Ann Wolf treatment. She was gonna get that Vonda Ward treatment.
But how many people were scared of her and did not really fight her?
Oh, big right hand. One punch. That is it. Forget about setting up this punch right on the chin. As accurate and as powerful. Let's hope that Vonda is okay. A jubilant Ann Wolf. That is.
She was undefeated and like 6'5", bro. She was undefeated and like 6'5". That shit is crazy, bro. And I think that was the only loss she had too, getting knocked out by Ann Wolf. She was a different kettle of fish, wasn't she? Special breed. She was a special breed. Knocked that ass smooth out. And this is for my Subriel Matiz people, man. Here, man, hit that like button, y'all. Sub to the channel if you new. Support the grind. We about 150 people in the building. Hit that like, y'all.
Una vez sales el supuesto positivo, al otro día, nosotros que estábamos haciendo la diligencia de buscar todos los suplementos nuevos con el mismo batch code, sabe que nos mantuvimos entrenando. E incluso yo me hice una prueba de orina por acá en un laboratorio confiable de que detectara cualquier tipo de esteroide. ¿Sabe? Vuelvo y te repito, yo en mi vida, y lo digo aquí ahora mismo, si a mí me hacen la de prueba, la de pelo, y yo salgo positivo, algún suplemento, sea el que sea, en cuestión de hacer trampa dentro de un ring, yo me retiro del boxeo.
He said, you ever catch him cheating, he retiring from boxing, basically. He ain't on no steroids. He ain't never took steroids. And no cheating, he for clean boxing. That's what he said, man. That's the Joker. Subriel. Layla wasn't beating her yet, man. I don't think so either, bro. Respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know nowadays, we all got to say Layla would have beat everybody, or we haters. You know how that go. We haters all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep rolling, man. Double tap the screen, man. I wanted to play something from Buddy McGirt. He was getting interviewed by Mill City, and he gave his thoughts on Shakur Stevenson possibly being at 147 pounds. Let's get into it. It's a short clip. Let's go.
Josh Taylor, do you feel like the weight difference means anything in this fight?
No, I just, listen, they could fight at 150. You know what I mean? At this point right now, nobody's going to beat Shakur. Nobody's going to beat him right now. I mean, he's at that point in his career right now where, listen, I'm going to predict this. I predict Shakur becoming welterweight champion. I predict him become champion at 147. He's just that good to be that.
I like Buddy McGirt, man. That was his tape without no hate and no slander attached to it. Said, man, he could see Corey being a champion at 147. He said, right now, ain't nobody gonna beat him. I gotta make a short video on that. Buddy McGirt talking that gospel, man. Telling you, all I'm saying, everybody can be beat. Everybody got flaws. Anybody can have an off night and get took out, right? But it's just gonna take a really good fighter and performance to beat him. That's all I be saying. You know what I'm saying? That's all. You gonna be on point that night. Trust me. The person that gives Shakur a loss, you can be like, damn, he was in there cooking. That you gonna say that. You gonna walk away from that saying that. It ain't gonna be no run of the mill shit. In my opinion, ain't gonna be no. You get me? Somebody that just ain't on the level. It's none of that. It's gonna be somebody that is really one of them ones. You get me? That's what I think. When you really a special fighter, it take a special opponent to beat you, special performance as well. You know what I'm saying? So everybody can lose. You know what I'm saying? It's boxing. Anything can happen. You got to be great on that night. But if you not, a loss could be right around the corner for you. Remember Buddy McGirt, 1982 at the Hoboken Boxing Gym, Washington Ave, Fifth Street. He was 18 years old. Shout out to Dion. Man, Buddy McGirt. Buddy got that knowledge, man. Buddy, and you see how he gave credit where it's due. Now I gotta pull up this hating, big forehead, hating ass Floyd Schofield, hating ass dude. Where is it at, man? big hat having ass dude. Where is he at, man? Let me find this out. Shout out to Buddy McGirt, though, man. Pull up this damn Schofield Senior. I think that's the one. Let me get to James McGirt. Has always been a gentleman. Boxing scholar and true champion. Respected Buddy McGirt, man. Respect the Buddy. You know what I mean? Buddy was nice. Remember him versus Whitaker. Yeah, and he had them hands for real. Buddy had them hands. Buddy.
In this fight.
No, I just, you know what I mean? Listen, they can fight at 150. You know what I mean? At this point right now, nobody's going to beat Shakur.
Jason, what's
Nobody's
good,
going to beat
homie?
him right now.
My bad. I didn't mean to pull that up. I just played that. My bad. Let me pull up Schofield. I'll be having so much stuff, y'all. Let me pull this up. Because he was hating. Matter of fact, I ain't even going to put him on. I'll just play the audio. Hating ass Schofield. Floyd Schofield Sr. Auntie Schofield. Jay, what's good with it, homie?
So he trained Tank when we was around Tank. Tank don't hang out with Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner and us used to go play pool every night. I would have my drinks. Tank would go home. Tank never went out with none of us got one time in any camp. And he was 170 and didn't go out at any time in no camp. And he was eating right. And so what you're saying is speculation. I'm telling you from seeing him athletic. He went in there as far as some rushes about 10 rounds. He got stopped in one of them. But yeah, that was his weight sparring. And that's why he got on the scale, because they would think about him and Floyd going in. And we was like, everybody was like, what's your weight? And that's how they pulled it up. He wasn't out of shape. Tank is naturally 170 pounds.
Shakur and T.O. is not losing money. That's a false narrative. If that's true, tell me where I could go look that up and find that, and I'll pull it up and put it on the screen so everybody can see it. Be careful who you take information from and who you listen to. You could do a simple Google search or look it up yourself. They fight not losing money. As a matter of fact, Shakur Stevenson is a fighter that can sell tickets. Is he some box office hit? Is he a pay-per-view star? No, not by any stretch. But can he sell tickets? Can he put asses in seats? Absolutely. Has he shown the ability to be able to pack over 10,000 people in a spot? Absolutely. So that whole notion that they losing money, that's a lie, man. It's just people that's trying to tear down his career as much like they did with Bud Crawford, bro. They told you for years Bud Crawford didn't sell too, right? And you find out that shit wasn't true, right? So be mindful who you listen to. Always go look it up, bro. That fight not losing money. When they just letting it be known that the tickets is selling just fine. Like, why would the fight be losing money? Who reported that? Where did that come from? What source can I go look up to see that Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo losing money? See what I'm saying? Like, over here, we don't want to just say stuff that, you know, somebody else said. Like, we want to be able to back that up. And if that's a fact, look, by all means, I'll pull it up and we can talk about it, you know. But last time I checked, the tickets were doing fine. You know what I mean? Fight was selling. So I think it's a really good fight that boxing should get behind. You know what I'm saying? 50-50 matchups where the best fighting the best. That checked all the boxes. It's a fight fan's dream, right? You know, you got two of the best going up against each other. May the best man win. Let's keep going though, y'all.
Weakening him. That's why he was weak in Roach fight. He don't have the power. You see how even Devin outthrew the division. And move up. Tank outthrew the division. They're trying to hold it on because of his height. They holding it because of his height, not because of his abilities. Because they don't want nobody to outbox him with a long jab. And we know that. But Tank will come in 170. But his height, he's too short. So I see him moving up to 147, but they still feel that's too big. But he's going to move up. He ain't staying down there. I think 140 is going to be too much for him as well. Getting down there. So too.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. Joshua and Fury, if that happens, man, Joshua might lose, man. I don't know what to expect from Fury, but I think that fight might be more even than it's ever been at any point in their careers. A game is going to be a great fight. If not, the Stevenson is going to put belt. Yeah, he's going to put belt the ass on Teal. Teal, both. This is a fight where both guys going to bring their A games. They could lose.
They made Jake Paul go down to 195. Supposed to make him go down to 195. And the rumors are the real reason why Jake canceled the fight was because he was not going to make 195. So this whole thing. Stop it. You might check. Just simple as that. But they use that excuse to fight. So it's really not serious. Why fight? So he's next to all the women. That was trolling. He don't have to respond to this shit.
We got 400 votes for the Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson fight.
I'm gonna make
75% believe Shakur Stevenson's gonna win this fight. 75%, senior. 75%.
They believe him all. I mean, it could go
Hit that like button, y'all. Double tap the screen. If you vertical, y'all. Support the grind.
I mean, it is what it is.
Subscribe to the channel.
It is what it is, you know. They paid a lot to market.
Dude is a nerd. A draw.
I can see that in Saudi Arabia.
Somebody tell Choppers that the fight is in New York City, not Saudi Arabia. Choppers.
First of all, Shakur is going to find offense.
I'm so tired of false. All this, he don't throw that much anyway. False. He's number 2 in combinations landed in all active boxers in boxing. Shakur Stevenson with the highest plus-minus ratio. You can't accumulate stats like that and be that high in those categories if you're not throwing punches. I just hate that. Is he I don't know, a KO artist? No. Is he William Zepeda when it comes to output? Hell no. But he throw his hands. All that, he don't throw punches like that. Tell people, when people say shit like that, tell them that show you the fight where they could prove to you that he don't throw punches outside of one fight where he was injured. Get what I'm saying? That shit is a lie. He throw punches, bro. I hate false narratives in boxing. They ruin the sport. All you got to do is look it up. Like bro said, the fight losing money. You could look that up right now. You won't find that shit nowhere.
So if no one's going to really know the fight, so they might call it a draw.
I think.
Okay, now let me clear this up. Said it's in Saudi Arabia. Who brought New York?
It's NYC.
I know that.
But why was you just saying in Saudi you could see that? But you know that. If you knew that, you wouldn't have been talking about Saudi. Choppers. This dude get on my nerves, man. I swear, man. All he do is hate. You might as well interview his son. Let the son talk. We don't care what he think. He don't never got nothing good to say about nobody outside of Kid Austin. That shit is weird to me.
You don't have to box to New York and draw a boxing fight. In the middle of Madison Square, in the middle of downtown New York, who got that much power? It's in Saudi Arabia. Because all they vibing off is the money. So he got
Bro,
it in
what?
Saudi Arabia. You could call it Madison Square Garden for when you want.
Do you hear? See what I'm see what happens when you're a fucking hater? You just this goofy ass dude is saying Madison Square Garden is in Saudi Arabia. You see why I don't like him? And I don't dislike many people in boxing. I don't like the shit that he put out, the stuff that he say out his mouth. I don't know him personally, but as far as like from a content creator standpoint, the shit that he say in these interviews, I don't rock with. Saudi Arabia, Madison Square Garden is Saudi Arabia. They going off the money. What is he talking about? Just what the fuck is he talking about? No, New York City, Madison Square Garden is in New York City, bro. Not no fucking Saudi Arabia. What is he even talking about? You shouldn't even want to speak on the Saudis. They wash their hands with y'all because y'all blame them for poison. After blaming a imaginary masseuse, you can't make this shit up. T Hill, what's good with it, bro? We still got 100 people in the building. Double tap the screen, subscribe, support. Let's go, man. Let's get to this. This dude is unreal, man. Unreal. Papa Schofield just be saying anything.
So That means the judges is paid for on Saudi money, most likely, the commission money, whoever funded this whole goddamn thing. So, you know, T.O. need a knockout. T.O. is not outboxing him, not even on the cards. So, I mean, he need a knockout to win because they're not going to let their big investment lose. Look at the crazy scorecard, which is a cleanup.
Shut up. I ain't never heard nobody make an excuse that they cheat for Shakur Stevenson on the scorecards. No, he just beats Zepeda convincingly. That's what you do when you great. You go out there and show the difference. He's saying the Saudi running Madison Square Garden. No. But he's still saying, no, he's saying Saudi is in Madison Square Garden. No, it's I know it's in New York, but it's Saudi. I don't know if you heard him. I don't know what point you came in here, but he started it off by saying, I could see that happening in Saudi, but the fight is not in Saudi. Why is he even making it seem like it is? And Saudi running Madison Square, that's still stupid to say. What he's trying to say is the fight is in Saudi Arabia, and it's not. It's in Madison Square Garden. He just a damn fool. You get what I'm saying? And he in denial. If you can't admit something as simple as the fight being in Madison Square Garden, where your son would love to fight at, you're a damn hater, and that's his problem. He'll never got nothing good to say about no other fighter outside of his son. Shit is weird to me.
You gotta knock the core out because they got big money and people got a price. And I'm saying they doing it allegedly, but people got.
Now he's saying they got big money on Shakur, but he'll tell you he don't sell, he don't make money, he don't sell tickets, put asses in seats. But then he'll tell you they invested all this money into somebody that don't sell. Make it make sense, bro. Why do they got all this money invested in Shakur if he don't sell? He ain't good. I'm telling you, that's why he need to lay off the interviews because he's very toxic as a father that has a son, a fighter in the sport of boxing. You should speak about the entirety of the sport much differently than you do. You should be using your knowledge, like your experiences, the things that you learn and gain as a coach, educating the people, but yet and still you use the platforms where you get the interview, the microphone, to push rhetoric and nonsense. You shit on all the potential contemporaries of your son, and then when your son is time for him to fight, he don't fight none of the guys you shit on. He fight lesser guys, and then you build that guy up. Make it make sense. You ain't done clout chasing Shakur name. Like, you shouldn't even want to speak his name no more. Seriously, bro. At this point, you shouldn't even want to say nothing else about it, Shakur Stevenson. It's weird.
117, 110 in a recent fight. 115 something, and this one judge had it 117, 110. It's like you could tell who he paid off.
Yo.
But allegedly paid off.
Now they paid off. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying not to be like too much, but I need y'all to understand the amount of bullshit that comes out of his mouth. Now you can tell who paid off. They paid the judges off. Now they paid the judges off for Shakur to be Zepeda. You can't make this shit up, bro. He will get in front of a microphone and a camera and say anything. I know who they money invested in. Why would you know Saudi business? How would you know who they got their money invested in? More rhetoric, bro. He just or more narratives. He don't know. He just throwing shit out there. Nah, go get her. The fact that he doesn't sell is a false narrative. Don't take my word for it. You can look it up right now with your phone, your laptop, your tablet. Go look it up. He sells tickets, bro. They've never lost money on his fights. He's always sold tickets. And I've been to him personally multiple times over. So I've seen it for myself. Is he a pay-per-view star? No. But how many of those we could count? How many of those we got on one hand? But can he sell tickets? Absolutely. Like, case in point, he'll sell over 10,000 tickets consistently, easy. Teofimo in the Hulu Theater struggle to sell between 3,000 to 4,000 tickets. You see the difference? You get what I'm saying? Like, if you look that up, you'll be able to fact check everything I'm saying. Go look at T.O. when he fight in the Hulu Theater and how he struggled to sell tickets. He's not if anything, if it's going off of ticket sales, Shakur would be the A side. The only reason T.O.'s got the A side, I guess, in this equation, because he's the champion. You get what I'm saying? But real talk, that's what people think. They think it's pay-per-view star or bust. Like, nah, it's levels to selling tickets. And anytime you can consistently get well over 10,000 people to sit down and watch you fight, you can sell tickets. But a person that don't know boxing will tell you that's not nothing because he ain't selling millions of tickets, and that's not the reality. You get what I'm saying? Most of these guys ain't selling millions of tickets. So he do his thing, man. He do okay. You know what I'm saying? He don't lose money. You got to think it's a reason why he's one of the highest paid boxers in the sport. I ain't saying the highest. It's not a whole slew of them, but he's one of the more higher paid guys in the sport. And it's been that way for years. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Go Getter.
Show up. I hope T.O. show up because I'm rooting for T.O.
I bet you is rooting for T.O. Choppers.
Yeah, I hope he show up. I hope he don't mentally break when Shakur is boxing him. I hope he could stay focused to the middle of the rounds and he could catch Shakur. Because in the beginning, Shakur is learning and Shakur is going to make an adjustment, and you got to make an adjustment when he make that adjustment to knock him out. So I hope T.O. catch that and don't stay basic against Shakur, because once he figure your style out, you're done. You can't make an adjustment.
I wonder how he know that. I wonder how he know when Shakur figure your style out is over, you cooked. This dude actively rooting for T, because we rooting for T.O. We rooting for T.O. This dude get on my nerves, man. But I just want to see the best fight possible. I want to see both guys on their A game so we can see the best fight. You know what I'm saying? Chris Daly, why you keep saying please, man? Please, what? What's your deal? What's your deal? But let's play the rest of this before we get up out of here.
No sponsors for this fight.
Don't blame him. I ain't no snack shit. When anybody got a snack, I ain't doing vital with them. If they're a signed snack athlete, that's a conflict of interest.
See? Here we go.
That's a conflict
Here we go again.
You're signed to the same people
Here we
that
go.
are doing the drug testing.
Yeah.
Signed to the same people that said they could make a steroid.
He's just hoping somebody beat Shakur because his son wasn't going to do it if he'd have gotten there February 22nd. He wild sitting up here praying on this man downfall after you clout chased his name. After you clout chased their name and spoke bad on him the entire buildup, and you continue to do interviews speaking bad on his name, is nasty work. Amir Anderson is your little cousin from Syracuse. And why? Shout out to Amir, man. Shout out to you, Go Getter. Let's keep going, y'all.
Can't be detected, and they weren't doing the drug testing. So I'm not saying they doing nothing, but how do that sound? It sound like, yo, come on now.
No, it don't sound like nothing.
I'm fighting this person. They cannot be a snack athlete. There's no way in hell. They could not, man. It ain't happening. And snack ain't doing our blood testing. We going to another.
Shakur's not a snack athlete. Just leave it to Beaver, man. This guy need to educate himself, not the way he trying to make it sound. Affiliations and being a snack athlete is different, bro. Stop. You trying to connect some type of unfair advantage or steroids to his name, you just don't get enough. This hating ass dude, bro. I'm telling you, that's why he don't have nothing good to offer to the space but rhetoric and slander and false narratives. This dude is a grown idiot, bro. Grown idiot. Say an upcoming fighter. I'm gonna look him up. Go Getter. I'm gonna definitely check him out. Amir Anderson. I'm gonna check him out.
Other place doing the blood testing, because snack is not going to go against their people that they put their money and company behind. Think about it.
He just talking,
That's
bro.
why I wouldn't be surprised. Not saying this happened, but I wouldn't be surprised if what Ryan is saying that he didn't cheat. They popped that in there. I would not be surprised. They the ones doing the test, and that was a snack athlete. So no, I wouldn't. No sponsors, no snack sponsors.
Vada tests. Snack, they just do simple ones.
You don't got to do the one fight. Switch. He got to be a switch fighter. Because Shakur jumped back and try to use range. So that jump back, if he switched forward at the same time, it'll still be in his chest. And Shakur, when he jumped back, his head is up, his chin is up, and his hands down. So he either got to be a pressure fighter or he got to be a switch fighter to get to Shakur. Because Shakur only blocked one side of his body. You get to the other side, he's wide open. A Philly shell only blocked this side that's right here. You get to the side.
I really don't like nothing he's saying.
So, Shakur got a box. He got a box and hope his hands hold up. I'd say he got to keep hitting towards the body, the soft targets, so his hands hold up. If he keep throwing them headshots, his hands might not.
He got to shut the hell up about the hands.
So I say he got to start digging into that body,
shit.
stabbing to the body taking the wind and the steam out of T.O. because T.O. had body issues before. So I'll be aiming more for his body opposed to his head.
T.O. had body issues before.
There it is. Guys, you got any more?
That's it, what it is, man. But we'll see, man. When that fight comes to fruition, January 31st is on the way. I can't wait to see it. I'm looking forward to it. May the best man win. I'm rocking with Core. I know it's gonna be a competitive fight all the way through. T.O. ain't laying down for nobody. You can't overlook either guy, man. It's gonna be the best fighter. They both fought. So yeah, well. He said if it isn't Schofield himself, yeah, it is Schofield, senior talking that stuff. But look, man, he ain't never got nothing good to say about Shakur Stevenson ever since his son didn't make it to the dance against him, right? He treats that like it's Shakur's fault that his son didn't make it to the fight. So that's just very weird to me. It's odd, but what could you expect from odd people? But look, shout out to everybody. Another dope build in the books, man. We gonna always get boxing is just do over here. Bring your opinions, bring your different point of views, and we gonna build on it, man. If you new in the building, because we still got about 90 people in the building, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on, hype the live, turn that bell icon on, and keep supporting your boy. We gonna keep building, man. Y'all make sure y'all enjoy the rest of this good Tuesday, man. And we're going to be back tomorrow, 4 o'clock. Y'all already know, Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. We're going to see what's the next fight card that we're going to call. I don't know yet. I gotta look, see what's on the schedule. So if you question why does Floyd Schofield try to look like Henry Armstrong, probably ain't comfortable in his own skin, bro. You never know, man. But if he just promoted his son and been more solid instead of, shout out to Chris Daly, was good with it, fam. You just promote his son and stop hating on the contemporaries and everything that is boxing. Always got negative takes and never nothing good to say. Actively betting against Shakur, picking against him every fight. Shit just seemed weird. Like, I get it. You should want your son to put the L on his record, though. But you already know that shit ain't going to happen, or it's less likely to happen. So he ain't going to talk with nothing of substance. So the hell with it, man, at the end of the day. Dude is super weird, man. He better hope his son can reach the level that Shakur Stevenson reached. You know what I'm saying? He lucky. So he lucky. I think his granddad said something about it too. Chris said he think Teofimo wins, though. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Teofimo got a real chance to win. That's why you saying that. You're not crazy for saying that. He got a real chance at winning this fight. You know what I'm saying? Teofimo Lopez got a real good chance. He got a fair chance, should I say. I don't want to overstate it. I got Core, man. Core's smart, make less mistakes. Just more efficient, more substance, less flash. T.O. is more flash, less substance, less efficiency. Although he's very dangerous, one of the most athletic fighters in boxing. It's top tier talent, man, that you can't play with. So can't wait to see it. May the best man win. But look, shout out to everybody that rocked out to the end of the show. Much love to everybody that hit the super chat. I appreciate you. Like I said, if you new, subscribe, bell icon, hype the live, hit that like button, double tap the screen. If you vertical, if you horizontal, hit that like button, y'all. And look, we'll be back tomorrow, 4 p.m. to build on this boxing, how we always do. So with that, man, much love to the family. We're going to get up out of here. Peace to the family.
Representing BRAT City, Shakur!
Finding those levels, too. Look at that 4-punch combination. It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. Right hand, Shakur meeting them with straight left hand.